To the stars, our birthright, just not mine. Sitting around a table, listening to other people talk about my friends, using them like bullets in a war that didn't exist. Until they came. Now I'm stuck in a ship that doesn't even know I'm alive. I won't be forgotten anymore. Another shall rise.
Hey everybody, it is Monday evening, which means it is time for Masters of the Metaverse here on Zombie Orpheus Entertainment's Twitch channel, right here.
Oh, that is here.
It is here, it is here and now. We are so excited to continue this story with you all tonight. We have a few little housekeeping announcements to give to you first, and then we're gonna roll some credits and do some waffling and all of that. Waffling is not used.
No, we're not waffling in the traditional figurative sense.
No, I waffle all the time.
There you go.
Back and forth.
So some things to let you all know about. This is this fun RPG show that we do that is kind of a Quantum Leap meets Sliders mashup game where the characters in the show, the players in the show are playing pilots, meta pilots who are inserting themselves through various technological means into other lives and other worlds, other realities, and they are gaining abilities and powers and skills from that, and it's all really great. So that is Masters of the Metaverse. We use a version of Tristat, which means basically roll low, that is good, and that's kind of the nuts and bolts of the show in a heartbeat. Tristat is available for free at Drive-Thru RPG. If you ever want to check it out, that's how we found it. You can go ahead and do that. Today's story, well, you know what? We'll just pick up on it when we get into the show and give the highlights there. But we do have a few things to let you know about. You at home, you are chat. You are the computerized hyper reality amplifier and transformer. You are capable of adjusting and changing the show to your desires. Let me rephrase that. Can we just start over? Would that be good?
No.
You're capable of doing so.
One.
Hi, everybody. So the way that works, though, is you have access to the store, which means that you are able to purchase buffs and trolls in there. You also are able to comment in chat, as I'm sure you're doing right now, and that oftentimes also does have an impact on how the show progresses, or digresses, or diverges. And additionally, for those folks who are Patreon backers, because the Patreon backers are such a crucial, huge piece of this puzzle, you guys are able to vote every week on other buffs and trolls for the team to use. And I just realized as the show started that I need to grab those numbers. So I'll do that during the credits.
Great.
That's what we'll do. We'll do a split intro today. I think those are all the things to basically let you know about. If we raise, what?
Patreon supporters?
Oh yeah, I'm going to thank them too. I know I'm opening all the files that I forgot to open. I was.
Well, while you're opening
You're calling attention to my inefficiencies.
While you're opening the files, Chris, how about
Take
I
it away,
talk for a
Rosie.
second?
Why did I say
So,
Rosie?
if you got
Mags.
here right before the show, you probably saw an awesome book trailer, actually made by our very own Paximo, and that is for The Fatal Frontier, which is a new novel by Matt Vancel. Matt Vancel, who's been on Masters of the Metaverse, he is our Nick.
He's Nick, yeah.
He's King Teddy.
King Teddy.
Anyway, he is currently doing a Kickstarter for that new novel, The Fatal Frontier. It's on Kickstarter. It's a really cool novel. It's a Trekkian universe. We're finally going into space.
Space!
Thank you. And it's we're not asking for a lot. It's going to be a really good novel. There's some really good backer rewards as well. We got some art for the pins this week, which we're going to be putting up very soon. And then also we're looking at some stretch goals, which might include like actors and stuff that doing audio versions of the book.
We can probably even ask him ourselves here in a couple weeks because Matt Vancel's going to be joining us here on Masters of the
He
Metaverse
will
for a
be
few
coming
weeks.
back.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I know that there's a link that can be thrown up into chat. It looks like it was. So please give that a look. And just remember, with Kickstarter, you can back a campaign and the money doesn't come out right away. It only comes out if the thing fully funds. So I know that some people are always like, oh, I can't do it until I get paid in 3 weeks or tomorrow. But you can go ahead and back. Choose your level. Do the thing. Show your support, because the quicker we get that, the better stretch goals we can give you. And we have lots of stretch goals planned, Mr. Vancel and I. They let us work together. It's pretty devious. So anyway, give that a look. Give that a share. Even if you can't back it, share it, tweet it, give it some love.
Yeah.
Or just make fun of Matt Vancel. That's also
works too.
acceptable.
That is also a viable option.
I know that I will be in meme form later this week.
I've seen some of the stuff you're working on. It's devious.
Are you making memes?
Uh-huh.
Meme form.
I thought it was pronounced mems. Is that not right?
There's
I don't know. The kids
Not
say memes.
everywhere.
there might be like a Trekkian gamers crossover thing I'm working on. It's like no big deal.
Oh.
No big deal.
MBD.
I'm looking at the way we're all dressed today, and then the makeup of our cast, and I feel like people are watching and they don't have no idea what's going on. They're like, "Was this Ranma one half the RPG?"
I don't know what that is.
So yeah. So do that. Have I bought Chris Odie enough time?
You bought me
Isn't it-
plenty of time. Thank you so much. That'll be the new purchasable next week in the store. Buy time for Chris to do the stuff he was supposed to do before we started.
I like it.
So, in addition, as we mentioned, for the folks at home who are Patreon backers, I wanted to give a shout out to 3 fine folk who are backing us in particular. I want to say thank you to Brent Phillips, to Derek Takade, and to Hawk Robinson.
Thank you.
Hawk Robinson, you know
Hawk
him.
Robinson, that's like the coolest name ever.
Yeah.
That sounds like a superhero.
He actually kind of looks like a superhero. He's like 7 feet tall.
Okay.
Awesome.
He could be like Thor's cousin, easy.
We could use him as an avatar at some point.
There you go.
It's a good name for an avatar. Hawk
But
Robinson.
Thank you in particular to the 3 of you. As you know, as always, we can't do this without you guys. So thank you. So wanted to make sure to get that out there. Additionally, then we have these buffs that people have voted on for this past week.
Ooh,
I'm gonna hand those out to everyone.
give me the money numbers.
And the buffs that we have, I'm also just going to own the fact I spent about 50 or 60 hours this past week in various conferences and training things. And so I
This
was
sounds like a
not
pre-apology to me.
on the ball getting this stuff. So I apologize right now for getting myself organized right
It's
now.
okay, I just pulled hair out of my bra.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry about that. Stuff sheds.
Anywho, Vanessa.
Yes.
Vanessa, tonight you have a +9 that you
Where
can
I'm at.
drop thanks to our fine, wonderful Patreon backers.
Thank you so much. I'm excited about this.
And you
plus
have 30 points of armor.
one. Sweet. Thank you.
Maggie, you
yeah.
also have a +9 and 30 points of armor.
Thank you.
Christian and Sarah, you both have a +10. And you'll never guess how much armor you have.
30?
30 points of armor.
Woot woot.
And I have a +8 and 30 points of armor.
Wow.
They were just like evenly spreading that armor out.
It really was. It's the
It looks like chat is happy to see that you're doing better, Vanessa.
That's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad you can breathe.
Me too. I literally couldn't breathe. It was
That is so scary.
It's very
It was.
scary.
And I got a little mask, and it helped.
That's good.
And rest.
Yeah, for those of
my
you who
free
didn't
cats.
know, we lost the sky here for a while in the Northwest and recently refound it. So that's been very helpful.
It's nice.
It is.
And
It rained.
Yeah.
The rain was fantastic. I felt like I was in Washington again. I was so happy. Christian and I wore sweaters this week. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
I love it because then I can have tea and coffee and drink soup.
Yeah.
And of course, summer brings out summer dresses, and that's its own thing. But
Well, yeah.
I'm going to stop going down that road right now. Hi, Sarah. Love you. How you
Yeah.
doing? Mwah. Let's do the credits, and then we'll do more stuff.
Yeah.
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the Metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.
Hey everybody, we are back. It's Masters of the Metaverse, and we're very excited to kick things off with a waffle from our very own Vanessa. And Vanessa, why don't you tell us about this week's waffle? Right, I guess it was technically last week's waffle, but then you couldn't make it, and then I just realized that I have yet to check Discord for 7 days, so there is probably information
You
from
didn't
AK.
check Discord for 7 days?
I think I might have said welcome to one person. I don't know.
Welcome.
God, that's amazing.
I
You might not be
know.
in first place.
I'm not. I'm in. I think third now. Pax is ahead. She's a number one, and that's never changing.
No.
And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ben's ahead now too, which made him very happy.
On Discord? That's what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. Ben actually had to lead once a couple
Dixon's
months
already
ago.
taking shots at me.
Aw,
So,
sorry, honey.
but yeah, so why don't we start off with this wonderful waffle, and Vanessa, you can tell us all about it, and then we will start the show after that.
Okay, great. Sarah's going to be,
I'm going to make sure it's not going to fall down.
cool.
And if it does, I will put it back up.
This waffle is about the Kamen Rider series. And you're going to learn all about it right now. No specific musical genre was specified, so.
Do we know who it was? Who suggested it?
Oh, help us out.
Was it
Alien
Tech
nerd.
Rogue 2 weeks ago?
Tech Rogue.
Was it?
I think it was Tech Rogue.
Oh, I feel like it really was.
I think you're
Steel
right.
Trap.
Okay.
Kamen Rider.
And you must
Probably.
know a lot about it. Someone can throw up the
And
Wikipedia.
now
Okay.
we're all about to know a lot about it.
I'm like nervous
Ready to-
about it.
ready to
Nervous.
learn.
Okay.
We got this.
Ready, everybody?
Yes, we're ready.
The Kamen Rider series is a meta series compiled of comics, TV shows, and movies. First produced in Japan in the 1970s, it generally features motorcycle riding superheroes with an insect motif, wearing a mask. He fought supervillains on his quest to defeat the world-conquering shocker organization. This show was so awesome, it inspired an entire aesthetic, impacting the superhero and action-adventure genres in every nation across the world. Throughout the 70s and 80s, there were several different masked riders in the series. In the 90s, there were stage shows, there were musicals and CDs, and more shows and more comics and more movies. There's also something you should know about the masked riders in all of the shows. You thought they were human superheroes, but they're not. They are also part robot. robot. They are also part robot. They are also part robot. The Kamen Riders can make one big robot. Yay!
Thank you, Vanessa, for that. Wow.
Yeah, and there you go. There's your waffle.
That was very, very, very informative.
So,
It does.
So we were joking before the show started about just putting Wikipedia entries to music. Was that a Wikipedia entry?
Oh, basically.
I
I mean, embellishments.
Yeah, it's the greatest hits from
Like,
a Wikipedia.
parts of it, and then I liked parts of it, so I
Repeated it.
repeat it, and then I made stuff up around the stuff I liked.
Oh god, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
My day is complete already.
Good work.
Thank you.
Show over. Let's go home.
There you go.
Kamen Riders.
I'm taking off my hair and I'm leaving.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness gracious.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, hey, no, this was off. There we go. Okay, so should we jump into the show?
Yeah,
do
let's talk
it.
about it. Let's say hi to us.
Yeah, so hi everybody, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
So when we last saw this group of fine adventurers, and in this case specifically, I am referring to your meta pilots.
Should we introduce who we are? and
Yeah,
who
we
we're
haven't done
playing?
that yet.
Sure, let's do that, because you're only going to be meta pilots tonight.
Okay.
So we'll need you chat a lot.
Yes,
we
we
don't
always
die.
need chat when we don't have avatars to back ourselves up on. My name's Christian Doyle. I play Crash Jackson, celebrity gaming shut-in. Was not in Jacksonville this weekend.
I'm
Play
Meg.
sports games.
I know. Guy, okay. I'm thinking about it. Okay.
They're very dangerous.
Shush. I am Maggie Doyle, and I'm playing Rosie Harvin, the Rustlin' Rootin' Tootin' Rodeo Wrangler.
Fantastic.
Hi, I'm Sarah Sanders Odie. I am playing Jenica. She's a prison psychotherapist by day. And that's it.
Which has weirdly
Nothing by
become
night.
your husband's job in a strange way.
Right, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Postel, and I'm playing Aquamarine, who is a former cult leader / cat burglar / yogini, and is just really into working the land now,
Working the land.
or what she thinks is probably working the land.
Living off the fat of the land like George and Lenny.
She's learning. She's
Not
learning
fat. It's very lean. The land is lean.
The
There is
land.
no fat.
So, yes, speaking of that land, these fine meta pilots have found themselves inserted into the world of Arena. That is to say, some sort of apocalyptic world that has just been filled with devastation and a lack of resources. 2 weeks ago, when last we touched base with the pilots, you remember what was going on?
We had a
By day we
Slurpee
were
machine.
driving a school bus, but by night we were fighting mutants in a post-apocalyptic war zone.
No.
I call it Busman.
Bus what?
We
It's from The Simpsons, like 27 years ago.
we were in the wild. Tessa made an appearance randomly through now I just want to call it a rift because of the game we played last night. Portal, thank you.
Yeah, it was a portal.
There were man bats hiding under a big
Yep.
city
Correct.
on
I
stilts.
might have started a battle with them, whatever.
That's true. You did take a pot shot at a man bat,
Yeah,
a
well,
giant human-sized flying creature that then descended upon the party and tried to lay waste, but instead was wasted.
And we did leave a trail for Tessa that only she could see in hopes
Correct.
that maybe she can find us. We kept going. We found the city on stilts. And then next to it, we found the decayed Mount Rushmore, in which there was a vault in which we found a sentient slushy machine named George.
Correct. And just to clarify one thing, you didn't find Mount Rushmore. What you found was more of a kind of like a Valley of the Kings kind of thing with the pyramids.
Whatever.
You found all of these statues and whatnot of various presidents over time.
Potato, potato.
Well, I just wanted to
No,
in case
okay.
anyone thinks something
In
in
case
South
anybody thinks we're in
Dakota.
South Dakota and not
Right,
where we
right.
actually
Because someone
are.
in chat will pick up on that. and
They
then
will, I know.
they'll be confused. So I just wanted to help out.
Because there's
But
nothing confusing.
but yeah,
about
you
anything else.
also important thing that had just happened for the Metapilots. At the start of the show, they had just begun having access to their powers again.
Right.
They had not had any contact with their powers from their previous avatars for months, and now have started to get them back. And also, one of the final things that I believe Rosie did through the power of Hex Destiny is that you did re-hygienify everyone.
Oh yeah, everyone has really good hair all the time.
No kidding,
Specifically.
right?
And
I look like I had a blowout.
And we're all clean all the
Yes.
time.
Clean is
Not
good.
like clean, like annoyingly clean, but just like normal, like
Yeah.
We don't stink.
Like there's
Right.
still blood on
So
my shirt, but-
important note. Rosie did magic,
Yes.
Yeah.
like legit magic. We all basically started getting some of our abilities back.
Correct.
The last
Exactly.
time we were here, which we hadn't had access to for the 9 months that we had been stranded in the wasteland.
I'm trying not to overanalyze the time that I swarm formed.
And you loved it. and you,
It
like,
was
felt-
strangely freeing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you found this vault 668 in the Valley of the Kings, as it were, the Valley of the Presidents, and you managed to rip open the door via a sudden burst of strength from Crash Jackson. And
I used my skinny man muscles.
exactly. You got yourselves inside. You were overrun by radroaches, giant cockroaches of some sort, and you managed to take out that swarm. Then you started on your way into the vault, and yeah, you were greeted with the sounds of some beep beep boops, a machine firing up, and then a little voice saying to you, "Greetings. Where were you, travelers?
Oh.
Would you like a Slurpee?"
As a matter of fact, I would.
I would too.
Friendly stranger.
I would too. What?
But it's not a person talking, it's a machine.
It's a machine.
I'm gonna go get a slushy. Does it pull it? Do I have to pull it myself, or does it like?
It's got
fill
kind of
cup?
this one's high tech. It's got like you press the menu.
Does it have
it
cups?
selects-
I think is.
There are cups still remaining. You can it'll drop one down and it takes care of it for you.
Oh man, I'm all about. Thank you, George, my friend.
Have you ever seen those pop machines soda machines where you press the buttons
Thank
and
you
all the
for
different
correcting
flavors
yourself.
drop
Yeah.
down?
Yeah, at the movie theater.
Or
Yeah.
at the taco time.
So I could
Yeah,
have
I
a Diet
was thinking
Dr.
that.
Pepper Slurpee?
Yeah, so
With
you can
cherry.
search through the menu and see what flavors you want in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I love that.
The other Mark is at camp with no internet access, so we'll have to catch up on VOD, but is thinking of you all.
Oh, thank you, other Mark.
Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you very much, Mark from a
Mark.
distance.
We'll see you soon.
That's really
I'm gonna start seeing him a lot.
Yeah?
I'm gonna be working with him.
Cool.
Oh, didn't realize. that.
Sorry, sidebar. Brain.
That's cool. I look forward to hearing about it later. So yeah, what do you want to do? Did you want to search through?
I want a
some-
slushie.
slushie.
We all want
Slushie.
slushies. I think
Okay,
the
great.
Kickstarter business. But
Awesome.
I do not want blue raspberry.
Well, who's going first? You need to start flipping through the menu.
I'm just gonna get a cherry.
Okay, well, you need to punch your button and see what you can find.
Is cherry on the front?
Well, I mean, you start tapping away at it and going through, flipping through, looking for cherry.
Is it
And,
touchscreen?
There is touchscreen.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm on.
Yeah, you kind of hop your way through it.
Am I winning?
You're doing great, except it does appear that the cherry syrup is out.
What syrup do they
I
have?
kind of wanted to.
What's not out?
It appears that there
Because they don't have cherry. Because you hate me.
There are 3 flavors available.
That's delightful.
One flavor is banana.
That's the most awful flavor of slushy.
I know.
You did that on purpose, you son of a bitch.
I did.
Banana.
One is banana. One is just says tropical freeze,
Oh, you fuck.
Okay, yeah.
and the other one says
Cola? Is it gonna be cola, you bastard?
yes, I want cola.
I like cola. That's fine.
Yep.
I do too. I just said that because I knew he would pick it because I pretended like I didn't like it, but I love cola.
all
Cola is
good.
delicious. Banana cola, it is for me.
Oh,
Good. Yeah.
banana cola.
So what flavor are you getting?
Banana cola.
Banana cola. So you press it out, it kicks out, and sure enough, you are then presented with this nice, delightfully frozen treat.
Does it taste good?
I mean, the cola is definitely off-brand. It's not, anything.
Whatever that means, it could be RC cola, which is delicious.
It's delicious. We
Yeah,
love it.
but it's it does
Is it
what it's
better than
supposed
the
to.
no sugar I've had for the last year?
Yes. It's delightfully sweet.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
I'm really all about it then.
You get a little bit of a
slushy.
sugar high going.
And a
Oh,
brain
yes.
freeze. I mean, but 5 seconds afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think to myself, how Fallouty is this Fallout shelter?
I mean, this vault seems to go back pretty deep.
No. I mean, like, as a person who plays video games for a living,
Mm.
how Fallouty is this Fallout shelter?
You definitely recognize tropes in place.
Like rad roaches.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing. Like,
You know,
somebody clearly ripped
walkways-
this idea up
Walkways
from
on the
Fallout.
second floor, going around the perimeter, that sort of thing.
So I'm just like, man, this is super meta.
Off in the distance, you see what seems to be like a 1950s diner set up for the
All the
cafeteria.
TV screens are small and round.
Does it say Joe on it?
Yep. Well, I mean, did you want to go check it out?
Well, first I'm going to have my
Slushy.
slushie.
Same.
We can carry the slushies as we walk.
Well, okay. I hear what you're saying, but listen. We could have a slushie, and then what we could do is finish that slushie, and then get the to-go slushie, and then we get 2 slushies.
To-go
think that's a
slushie.
good
Let's
idea.
put George on wheels and get him the hell out of
Oh
here.
wait, he already is on wheels.
He is on wheels, yeah.
He's coming with us.
Come
Let's
with
go.
us, George.
All right, I like it. George, can you please follow us and please get me a
We are your new masters, George. Help
nice,
us,
We're
George.
nice, George.
You're our only hope.
We're very nice, George.
George.
You want
Given how long
tropical?
it's been
I want
since I've seen any
tropical
form of human, that
cola.
sounds delightful.
You can see us.
Tropical cola for me, please, George.
Okay.
Thank you.
Spits one out for you.
Thank you.
I like just cola. No, I want tropical cola too.
I think it could be an interesting twist.
Thank you.
Interesting
Twist.
twist.
Yes. Tropical.
I really like
Yeah.
it. I imagine.
So something a little different.
It's like nectar from the gods right now.
Right.
it's not-
It's like frozen caffeine and sugar.
Actually, after that fourth one, a little warning light kicks off on the side. Bing, bing, bing. It says low reserves.
I thought he was never supposed to.
Low reserves.
I know,
Do you
that was
charge,
supposed to
George?
run out.
Maybe he needs time to recharge.
Unfortunately, the laws of reality and the laws of hack attacks sometimes don't agree with each other.
Those
I
bastards.
know.
All right, well, come on, George. We're going. Let's go to the. You guys want to go to the diner? It's St.
You're
Joe's.
staying with us until you outlive your usefulness, George.
Because the diner's in the
There's
vault,
still the
right?
mattresses.
I'd certainly.
It's like the cafeteria. It's just set up
Of
like
the
a diner.
vaults?
I'd
It's not
certainly-
actually a diner. It's just set up in that motif. You know,
I'd
there are
certainly
the
rather
red
be in here
kind of
than out
pleathery
there with the
stools and a lot of
crazy-
chrome
There's a little
going
bar
on.
to sit at with little stools,
Exactly.
little booths.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
agree. We should be here because I don't want to be out there with
This
all
is
the
the
crazy
this is
man
the
bats.
dining area from Vault 111, guys.
No, what I'm saying is I don't want to be outside
It's
with
Vault
all the man
668,
bats.
very different.
I want to be inside.
Except for
Where there's
Bruce.
not
is
man
he-
bats.
Is he still with us? The man bat that I became friends with? Bruce the man bat.
Sure, Bruce the Man Bat is hanging out with you. I forgot that you
there.
seduced a man bat. How could I forget that?
Had to. Cool. So he's here too, just chilling.
And it's not weird.
He
That's-
seemed good natured. He
He's
seemed
cool
nice.
with it all.
You can leave. You could leave at any time, Bruce.
No, Bruce is just as captive here as I am.
All right, well, do you guys want to go to the diner area? Maybe there's food.
We could see what food they have available. So
Yeah,
we can
let's
take
go.
As you're staying there, kind of deciding what you're going to do, you hear some sounds of like metal scraping, and then there's like this,
Okay, it could
and
be.
it came from the where you entered.
It could be a death claw. Luckily, my father gave me a BB gun on the day of my goats, so I
Day of
can
your
go and take care of it.
Did the door shut? Are we locked in?
I mean, if you want to go back and check that way.
I will go back and check.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's some
we'll wait for
emergency
you.
lighting
Yeah.
that's kicked on since you got inside, so you can kind of see yourself around. You don't need to carry a flashlight unless you really want to look at something in depth, but you don't have a flashlight, so that would be moot. But no, as you head back to where you entered in, yeah, the front door, the front vault wheel has slid back into place.
Oh.
Of course. Great. Guys, it's shut.
That's fine. There's food in here. Hopefully.
We could probably get it to open again.
All right, let's go.
No, that's real. I can probably just smash it open.
Maybe. I mean, you smashed it open the first time, so.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So did you want to go explore the inside at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still heading towards the
Well,
cafeteria.
Food.
Okay.
There's food in there of some kind.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah,
be better
so-
than what we've been eating.
So you walk towards
yes.
the cafeteria of this place, and it's clear that no one has been actively dining in this dining hall, this cafeteria, for a very long time.
There's
Well,
no
that's
moldy
good. That means that
dishes.
there's no surprise company, most
There's
likely.
skeletons.
There are a couple of skeletons
Okay.
in kind of ripped up clothing on the ground.
See, this is exactly what's supposed to be in here, guys. Dead people.
Yeah, there's little bits of, there's little remainders of wrappers and things like that, trash.
Do they have jumpsuits on?
Jumpsuits?
Yeah.
A couple of them do. Some are just dressed in normal clothes.
Can I pick up a femur?
A femur, just because?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I like that. I'm glad
Okay.
you
Now
did
she
that.
has a club.
I really like that. Makes me want to pick up a femur too, or
We
Or
could-
a
different.
We could be like a bone gang.
Yeah.
We could make armor out of the bones.
We take a couple ribs.
Take the rib cages and put them over our jackets on the front, and they would block blunt weapons.
I really don't want to wear someone's skeleton, but I'm fine carrying around a leg.
femur.
Oddly enough.
Do the jumpsuits have names
Yeah,
on them?
unpack that for a while.
I probably will. Tonight when I can't go to sleep, I will unpack why I will not wear someone's ribs, but I don't mind carrying around their leg as a weapon.
Yeah, do they have names?
Do jumpsuits have names on them? This femur thing is normal too.
No, they don't.
No.
So what about food? What do we find?
I mean, there's some dehydrated rations that you can find in a storeroom.
Nothing canned?
I mean, there's some cans and things like
Excellent.
that.
I open that up. We are eating it.
All of it?
All of the cans?
No, but aren't you hungry?
Yeah.
I'm eating a slushie.
I remember I just devoured a bunch of man bats, I believe, so I'm pretty good.
Oh, I forgot about
What's
that.
in the
too.
can? I'm super
I
hungry.
think I repressed our first episode.
Yeah.
Realizing that as we continue.
Roasted man bat.
Yeah.
That was
You
good
give
eating,
me
actually.
femur.
That was good eating.
What's it say?
You give me femur.
Who said that?
Oh,
Thing.
thing.
Oh, thing.
Of course it was.
For that, you owe us a bottle of whiskey.
Wow.
Ooh.
So as you were all kind of going around the cafeteria and looking around and just kind of scrounging a bit, you're finding little odds and ends, some spoons, cutlery, stuff like that.
Cutlery.
Spoons.
You can get into the supply room. You can find a can opener. There are some cans.
Is there any duct tape?
Beans. There's.
Is there tape?
Give me an odds evens.
Are there laser guns?
Evens?
Is there an armory?
2.
2? Yeah, you found some duct
I would
tape.
like to take a piece of cutlery, the sharpest one, and duct tape it to my femur.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't
Not
you
my
do that?
femur, my femur.
Nope, I'm with you. I understand.
Now I have a spear.
I like it. In fact, you even found
a good
a
idea.
carving knife that you can do it. Now
Excellent.
you have a femur spear.
But only if you saw at the enemy.
I can still stab somebody.
Okay, a large chef's knife. How about that?
I like the idea of it being a big bread knife.
Yeah.
You sit still or I will carve off.
The paring knife, one of those little ones for tomatoes.
Yeah.
But you also notice as you're going around, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
My bagel slicer has reach.
How did I not keep that there? A crash. As you guys are going around the cafeteria looking, you see on one of the tables a journal sitting there. And it says on the top of it, or it says on the cover, the end of everything, a history lived.
Oh, that looks like a book.
Also, the name of this week's episode, The End of Everything.
I want to look at the book.
Yeah, read it out loud.
First of all, are there pictures?
No. It's
I
all
hand the
written.
book to Rosie.
I read the book aloud.
Okay.
Yes, every time.
Rosie, you start thumbing through this journal, and as you're going through it, you start seeing, it seems to be somebody's magnum opus, if you will. It's kind of a combination of a diary, but also the reflections of someone who clearly had a background in journalism. And they've just been kind of jotting notes and kind of reflecting on
Holy balls.
on
Okay,
their
keep going.
life and such.
While she's reading, I'm just kind of poking around the room and seeing what I can find.
Hashtag MetaPoint so Rosie can access Hex and give George the correct slushy syrup.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you,
yes.
Thank you, Chad. You
delightful.
flip
got
through-
it.
I like we
Same.
can't see how many of things we have because of the way the screens are set up today.
Is there any way to scooch?
I can't do it for you. Maybe Mark can.
Mark,
It's
you
on
might
the
need
tablet
screen
on the
scooch.
phone.
You currently have 6 meta points.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
delightful.
All right, let me start composing a haiku.
One of the entries says, or the beginning it says, a lifetime in journalism seems so inconsequential at the end of everything, but it's all I have left. Did you want to hand it over to someone else now since you have to do a haiku up there?
No, keep going. I can multitask.
You're flipping through and you read little passages out loud that catch your eye. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, but parts of it seem more highlight than others, mainly because it actually has been written down. The irony that North America's increased self-isolation has proven so beneficial to its international rivals and erstwhile allies has not gone unnoticed. In another time and place, the pandemic would have crossed oceans and international borders far faster than control measures could have been implemented. But in the current environment, the global quarantine was effectively in place years before the need for one became apparent. Cruelly, it was this unintentional self-sacrifice that gave the rest of humanity a fighting chance.
Oh, there's some.
Hold the phone.
There's a
you're-
disease out
there
there.
was an epidemic that happened, but the whole world.
Pandemic was the word that was used.
Pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah,
Excellent
everybody.
board
game.
Big disease killed America.
Right, but it also, but it knew it was going to happen in some way or form because the global whatever.
No, I think America were being such jerks
pandemic
that nobody
is-
wanted to play
The
with us,
pandemic
and
is
then
like
we all
an
got
epidemic,
sick.
but it is deep dish.
Yes.
Okay.
I think America was being a jerk, and nobody wanted to play with us. And then when we all got sick, they were like,
Well, can you read that sentence to me again?
If you read enough pages and turn it in at Pizza Hut, you get a personal pandemic.
Oh, yes.
It's because we're old.
Yeah, I remember
like
that.
it.
The irony that North America's increased
Pokemon
self-isolation has proven so beneficial to its international rivals and erstwhile allies has not gone unnoticed. In another time and place, the pandemic would have crossed oceans and international borders. Sorry, Pax just said Sarah is so lucky. And I think it was sarcastic. The pandemic would have crossed oceans and international borders far faster than control measures could have been implemented. But in the current environment, the global quarantine was effectively in place years before the need for one became apparent. Cruelly, it was this unintentional self-sacrifice that gave the rest of humanity a fighting chance.
Right, okay, so we effed up so bad that people didn't even want to come here. And once you were here, you didn't leave either.
no.
No.
And then
So you keep flipping through some more pages.
everyone died.
When you're done reading, do you feel like you know a new skill?
Sometimes.
No, I mean just now.
I feel like I know more about what went down here.
Maybe you got a rank in history.
The stranger's arrival could not have come at a better time. Disease had devastated urban centers across the continent, and the dwindling populace had long since stopped accepting hope as a valid option.
It all returns to nothing. It all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down at some point. Hashtag hack attack.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you, Lumiere.
But she would have none of it. Life would prevail, even if it meant single-handedly forcing it to do so. Nothing else was acceptable.
Is the she referenced at any other time in the journal?
You start flipping through some more. A life without end, without disease, without fear of death. To think that such thoughts were once welcomed by philosophers
Is
and
that a
theologians and futurists, but now we know better. Death comes for all, and a deal with the devil cannot change that.
So the mysterious she.
Your book is actually getting good now. I want to read it.
But okay, so something happened in North America, bad disease.
Yes.
Deal with the devil made by a
Was it
she.
racism?
No.
That probably didn't help.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
yes,
part
it
of
was, but different. The she did something so everyone became immortal. Is that what we're getting from
I
here?
think the person, if
A life without end, without disease, without fear of death.
Vampires. They're all
Towards
vampires.
the night's hashtag hack attack.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you,
To
Chad.
think that such thoughts were once welcomed by philosophers and theologians and futurists, but now we know better. Death comes for all, and a deal with the devil cannot change
Right.
that.
They tried something,
Right, and it worked for a minute.
Right.
maybe.
But
I
death
think-
comes for us all.
It worked. It had to work for a minute because it said that what the philosophers had dreamed of and wanted. Right, so it worked for a minute.
Crash, I'm kind of assuming while these three are having this conversation, you probably get a little distracted and start wandering a bit. Is
Oh
that
yeah,
fair to
no,
say?
for sure.
So you're kind of
Like
wandering
the story's
around.
getting good, but
Yeah.
it's still a.
You're kind of hearing it while you're looking
Yeah.
around. I mean, you're basically walking around a Fallout vault, so this is pretty cool for
Yeah,
you.
I'm looking for the armory.
Yeah, you guys keep talking.
I want to know if it references she anymore.
Yeah.
You see other little references to she at times. The
Is she
stranger.
capitalized? Is the S capitalized in she?
If it's the beginning of a sentence.
But so
not
it's not a
otherwise.
proper.
No.
Okay, that's important.
I'm personally annoyed that it's a she.
Now we know it's not a Green Day song.
Well, but it's also not like a god-like image to whoever wrote this. You know, like
Oh, sure. No,
Right,
I
that's
think
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
just a woman that got blamed for making a deal with the devil and
I
trying
think
to
they have
save the
vampires.
society.
That sounds like vampire shit.
Or
to me.
man bats.
Oh my God, Aquamarine.
Like Bruce.
Man bat vampires. Oh, good.
Why is he still here?
are there any dates on this
He's in
journal?
love with her.
It'll never work. We ate his cousin.
He doesn't care.
There are dates, but you're trying to figure it out. It's like a number, TEOE.
TEOE.
TOE.
The end of everything.
What does it? Does it say TEOE 89?
The end of everything. 89.
Right,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, there are numbers like that.
So,
see?
so the end of everything being 0, right, and then continuing to right past the end. It's like the BCAD changeover, right?
So smart.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking.
The end of everything is the apocalypse, and there's an apocalypse here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bats.
I mean, looking through journal entries here, you figure it covers several years.
It looks like it had vampires and the super flu from The Stand.
Right. My point being that this.
So Crash, while they're all having this conversation, and you're digging around trying to find the armory, as you put it, because you're in a
Because
game
there's gonna be 10 millimeters.
You get into one room that seems to be set up as almost some sort of like a chapel. And on the back wall, you don't see you don't see a cross, you don't see a Star of David, you don't see any kind of religious iconography that you would recognize, but you do see a slogan painted across the top. And as you read it, I'm going to go ahead and endow you with an action. I think you probably call out to the others something along the lines of, I think you might all want to see this.
Oh, yeah. I'm moving the plot forward right now.
I'm taking the journal with me.
Guys, I need to move the plot forward.
Okay, we're coming.
Bringing the femur.
I feel like there's plenty of plot in that
Always.
journal.
You walk in and you see on the wall is it seems to be some sort of inspirational logo.
Wait till we see this.
In very large letters, it says,
Be all you can be.
"In Citron there is hope.
In Citron.
In Citron there is a future.
Oh shit.
In Citron there is life.
Oh shit.
Always."
Shit.
Except someone has taken a can of spray paint, it looks like, and graffitied it. So now it reads, in Citron there is, and hope's been lined through, and it says denial.
Oh shit.
In Citron there is, and someone's added in no future.
No future.
In Citron there is, and then they've added it so that it says
Citron.
a life of death, always.
A life of death.
Yeah, so chat remembered, so I feel like it's not okay if I bust this bubble, because they remembered, so I feel like it's okay.
And then below it,
Oh god, yep, shit.
you see a figure
Because I remembered.
painted with arms outstretched in some sort of gesture of supplication or praise or whatnot. It's a figure, seems to be formed of some sort of glistening silver metal. The more you look at it, the painting almost seems to ripple with life itself. It's less a single figure and almost an amalgamation of microscopic
Crap.
Like pointillism.
Hey, Jenica.
pointillist
Oh.
Jenica,
Bombshell?
I got some bad
individual
news
components.
for you.
Yeah,
Oh, the floor things.
but Citron and Bombshell aren't the same, guys.
No, but if okay, right, they're
Yeah.
not the same.
This
But
is
if we
bad.
can remember, Citron was Bombshell's dad or something, or
What?
right? No,
I don't think so.
or precursor, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, well the fact that this is moving and it's all moving like that, and the
'Cause
journal
there was-
said,
Oh, it's not actually moving. That's just like
Because there was
the shimmering of the
Bombshells,
paint.
and then there was Citron, and Citron disappeared at the Day of Reckoning, if you'll remember.
okay,
And he was gone after that, and never got seen in Central
yeah,
City
I
again.
guess.
Bombshell was like an android back from like the 40s.
Right.
And I need everyone to give me a wisdom roll or something along those
What-
lines.
what are we
What are we
rolling?
rolling today?
You're gonna be rolling d10s.
So you want mind or wisdom if we have it?
Yeah, soul roll would be good, or mind, whichever you prefer.
Ass. Oh, soul. I'll take soul. It's right on the back.
Okay.
Ooh, I beat it by 5.
I got mine right on.
How about street sense, psychiatry, medical, or criminology?
Oh, my pencil
'Cause
dropped
those I
right
would
on your
make.
feet. I'm so sorry.
You could do street sense might be a bit of a survival thing. Survival would be another good one. Survival would be a great one right about
Street
now.
sense is what I got.
Oh, but
Right on.
survival, I beat about one.
You notice as you are sitting there staring at this mural that you're starting to hear sounds from the hallway.
Oh.
And it seems to be a bit of a shambling out that way.
A bit of a shambling, you say?
Hey, Jenica.
Yeah.
And from the back of the room that you were in, you start hearing some movement over there as well.
We've been recently able to, connect with our former
Yeah.
counterparts. It would be really helpful to me if maybe you could try to reach out and see if you can connect with Bombshell or get a sense from her. Or maybe, I don't know if that's possible, but I feel like the she that we just read about in that journal, considering there's nanowasps,
Well, they might not be that.
no, this might not be that, but it might be what saved humanity.
And right about then, a couple of bodies, corpses, creatures, what else should we call them? Start to pull themselves up from the back row of the room and
It's like the skeletons?
stretch around. There's a bit of flesh around them, but
Bit of flesh?
they also seem a little metallic as they look at you.
Are they also part robot?
Hi.
Please don't say hi to the creatures. I haven't been able to talk to Bombshell. I can sometimes use her powers.
And they start shuffling towards you.
I
Hi.
Could try.
I knew it was a long shot. I'm just saying, if she's still alive, maybe we can reach
You
out.
stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
I could use my textile pieces here. They're wrapping.
Yeah.
Just hold on. I don't think you understand what we're saying for the most part. Are you good?
Oh, they sort of want to understand.
Are you trying to eat us?
What are you looking for?
Right now it's
Cough
going
drop.
fine.
Oh, cough drop.
I know,
There
but
it is.
if it doesn't go well, say something bombshelly at them and see if something happens.
All
I
right.
don't think that's a great idea.
No, I just mean if it goes poorly, if they start attacking or something, maybe she could just
They're not attacking.
I don't
They're
say
fine.
if.
And go ahead and roll initiative because they start moving towards you in an aggressive manner.
Look what you did.
2d12.
It wasn't me.
2d12.
Well,
Just delayed because he had to get a cough
Oh,
drop.
not good.
Oh, yes.
18.
But then you add your AC.
Yeah.
I do like that someone just referred to them as Zomborgs. Good job in my head.
29.
29 for Jenica.
21.
Plus 16.
21 for Rosie.
Which is actually very good for Rosie.
18.
18.
Jesus.
I'm very
18
I
for
know.
Aqua.
Yeah.
36 for Crash. And they are going to go last, actually. Believe it or not, they don't have a very good check for initiative.
What?
Are they dead?
They're moving.
Right, but zombie dead, holes in their face.
They're moving.
Flesh parts. Some flesh.
Do I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, well, I'm checking if they're dead with my ultravision. Do they have beating hearts? Spending a
I was gonna
meta
say,
point.
do you have Ultravision right now?
Isn't that how that? Don't I have that and the things that I had last week?
No, it's 2 weeks ago because your back is Crash. You're not.
Oh, so I only have
now.
strength this week.
Yep.
And my meta points can only go towards strength.
Strength and damage reduction.
Right, none of the skeleton-y stuff.
Yep.
All right, well, I can't even try to raise them like I was going to do, so that plan is out the windy. So, let's see. What do I have? Oh, right, I can tear things into
Contributing
pieces.
to the hashtag hack attack.
Ooh,
Can
thanks.
we get
Thank you,
lift
chat.
off?
Thank you,
Sensibilities.
chat.
Okay, so bring something.
Thank you,
Can
Chad.
we get a lift off?
Oh yeah, no, Chris made physics happen during a hack attack, so they're punishing him.
Ah.
Oh, that's fine. We'll just amend things as we need. So,
Story of the show.
so what would you like to do, Crash?
Anyway, yeah.
I guess
There
I
are
guess
at
I
least
have
two
to.
of them in the back of this room. Like I say, it's kind of set up like a small chapel. And then there are several sounds coming from the hallway, moving closer towards you guys.
Are they armed?
No, I mean they have arms, but that's it.
But they're just coming at us mouth first.
Yes. Give Daddy a kiss.
That's what they're saying? They said give Daddy a kiss?
no.
This?
I was
And how many
No,
did
that's
you
just
say
how,
there
that's
were?
how Greece people.
Give Daddy a kiss.
Why don't people like me?
Imagine.
There are at least two in this room, and you're not sure how many are in the hallway.
Okay, that's scary.
Did you say we can't use our meta points for our leads?
No, we can use them, but
Oh, I've got a gun. I'll shoot one.
if it's here, you can use it.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it. Give me the roll.
He gets the jerk face. Stay back, and they stop staying back, so I shoot them. They hate when I shoot them.
I hope so.
They do. I made it by 5.
Made it by 5?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled an 18. That definitely hit.
Guns do 20, you
You know
said,
what to
so
do
they
with
take
this.
50.
Hashtag crash buff.
Thank you very much, chat.
Oh,
Thank
just
you,
a moment
Maximo.
too late, but thank you.
She tried though. That
She
was
did.
very
She
close.
tried really hard.
That was good.
You fired true and plug one straight in the head.
Does it
And
stop?
what happens?
It kind of stutters for a moment. And it keeps coming from
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay.
Crash, how do you kill? Do you have to cut out their heads? What do you do? How do you kill zombies?
Well, the heads, I think we just throw them in a room and lock them away.
And they're right dead inside on the doors.
Yeah, I guess.
I love that you're having this conversation while there's
Anyway.
All right, I'm gonna take my femur knife and try to slice one's head off.
Okay, give me a roll.
Probably not. No, I got a 15. So
Okay.
I'm assuming no.
You do have that bonus you can use at some point if you want to
Ooh,
from Patreon.
then I got a 5.
So, okay. My defense roll is also pretty bad. So you take a swing at it.
I want to chop its head off. I got a 5.
Yeah, you did do a lot of damage, but it's not. You didn't use
not
any
a
other buffs. You
decapitation?
didn't use any other thing to pop it up there. So
Okay,
your
then
base damage for that, you've already endowed it, is not that high. So you do manage to do some pretty serious damage. You cut its neck, so the head starts hanging a bit off to the side.
Is it bleeding anything?
No, well, actually, it's kind of weird because it's almost as soon as you do that, you can see its neck start to kind of put itself back together.
Oh dear.
Terminator Tooth.
Oh man.
And
Fire.
next up is going to be Rosie.
I'm gonna lasso them all together.
Okay.
Both of them.
I thought there were 3 in this room.
There's 2 in the room.
Oh, 2 in the
We
room.
don't know how many in the hallway.
Okay, well I'm gonna lasso these 2 together at least so that they're contained. Beat it by 1.
Beat it by 1. Let's see what chat just did to us.
Welcome back, Vanessa. Had to hashtag buff this last week as I didn't realize you were sick.
Oh man, that's
Hope
so
you are
nice.
feeling better. And here is some help. Hashtag Aka buff. Use it well.
Thank you very much, chat.
Thank you so much.
That one might require some typing fixing on the store, aka just as a heads up. I see the aqua buff.
Misspelled.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you very much, though, for that, chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
So next up would be Rosie. You make it by 1. I continue to roll like poo, and so you are able to lasso one of them with your.
I can't get both?
The
The goal was to lasso them together.
I know what your goal was.
Okay.
You
just
made check by 1.
That's fine. I'm just checking that I explained it properly.
You did.
That's all I'm doing.
You did explain it properly. Yeah.
So I got one of them.
You
on
do.
the
You
end
got
of the rope.
one
Okay.
definitely lassoed, and fittingly enough, it continues to walk towards you.
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
You did nothing.
Say odds evens for whether it was this one or that one.
Your success was meaningless.
The one that you caught is the one that Jenica had partially cut its head off.
Okay.
And that is going to bring up Aquamarine now.
So there's one other one in the room.
There are still 2 in
that
this
one?
room. There are definitely some in the hallway that are coming in your direction.
Okay, well I want to move toward them.
Toward the hallway?
Yes, so that I can.
Okay.
I would like to.
You go to the doorway and you look outside and you see movement happening from all over the place.
Do I see them?
I mean, there's a
Moving
couple
towards
more
us?
that are close.
Okay.
But I mean, there's movement all over this vault.
Okay. So there are some that are close in the hallway,
Yes.
and like there's a doorway, I imagine.
In the direction of the main vault doors
Okay.
that you came from,
Got
there's
it.
a lot of activity happening in that way.
Okay.
If you want to give me let's see what skills you have. Why don't you give me a, give me a street sense check.
Okay. No, I did not. Oh wait, okay. I only went over by 1.
you could use your buff from Patreon and you would make it by a lot.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, so you quickly scout around the room and using your street sense
Patreon.
smarts and desire to, live,
Yes.
you can tell that there does seem to be at least one hallway that is not showing activity yet.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I communicate that to everyone. This hallway looks clear, FYI. Can I still do something? Or
Yeah, sure. I
that's
mean,
it?
that was really just a skill check. So if you want to move, you want to attack, you want to do something like that, just kind of some sanity action type stuff, that'd be fine.
The two that are coming towards us.
Yeah.
I'd like to use a point of the meta point.
Okay.
To use my textile kinesis.
Okay.
To make their clothes tie on to something nearby so they can't.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Do that, and then give me a roll.
Okay.
In this case, go ahead and give me an unarmed roll with a 3-point bonus.
Oh.
That's a 1.
I think I got it right on.
No,
Cool.
no, you beat it by a ton.
I beat it by
7.
You need
Okay,
a
I beat it by
14
7.
or
Thank you.
less. Okay, great.
Oh, that's right. It's a 1, not 2.
Yeah, so you managed to control, the scraps of cloth that are still on these two, you managed to, tapping into a little bit of that residual Lady Veil ability to start, wrapping some of its clothing and tying them together, or at least getting them connected to each other enough so that they start slowing up a bit more on their movement. Meanwhile, Rosie's still got one of them lassoed, and now it's their turn. So they will continue to just kind of lurch forward, and that sort of thing. And let's see, does either get close enough? Odds, evens. Does not. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love it when that effect comes on.
Yeah.
Gross zombie.
Rosie, I need a defensive check, please.
You got it. Just one?
Yes, just one, please.
That's a no.
This one does come up and bites you on the arm.
Excellent. I've been bitten. Now I'm gonna turn into a zombie and they gotta shoot me before. Now, great. Goodbye, everyone. Rosie's out.
No.
The end of
Chris killed
everything.
Rosie. Everybody chat, go crazy. They killed her. She's dead.
It's Chris's fault.
We're gonna save Rosie. We're gonna save her despite.
Take 20 points of damage, please.
That's the same as a gun.
God, Rosie.
Just saying.
You've got packs using all caps on me now.
I didn't know your middle name was Philip.
What? It would make her.
is.
It would make her freak out. I didn't know that when I said that out loud. Totally didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Pax uses caps on you a lot.
I know.
No applesauce.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. No applesauce from me. That's the end of their turn.
Thanks you.
Crash,
no,
you're back up on
Rosie.
top. There just continues to be the sounds from the hallway. Aquamarine has mentioned.
There's one biting Rosie currently that I
Yep.
didn't stop. So I feel like I haven't done my job
It's
very
the one
well.
with half a neck.
I don't care how many necks it has.
Saying.
I'm going to throw it out of the room.
Okay.
It needs to go.
Okay.
There's an open door that it came through. It's going through that door.
Okay.
Try
So
to
you're
knock
burning
out
a
a
couple
couple
meta
more.
points. You're using a hacksaw. What are we doing?
I'm going to do 2 meta points. One
Okay.
for tossing stuff and one for not getting bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him the old heave-ho Irish whip through the damn door. Not the one that's lassoed, because I'm sure he's very well maintained in his rope.
You can hug them both if you want to try.
Huck 'em.
They're
I just
both.
repeated it
They're
'cause I like
functionally they are connected right now from Aquamarine's use of textile kinesis. The two of them are
Kind of entangled?
Yes,
Great. Then, yeah, I'll do both.
which is also why the one in the back couldn't actually get a bite off because it was unable to reach anyone.
Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll try
Okay.
like an area type attack. I guess I can use my buff
Yeah.
and get them both out of here.
Yeah,
But
sure.
that's only 2 characters and a waste of my buff. I'm gonna try and just go for take the +4 on my difficulty to try and hit both of them.
That sounds fun.
And if I have to use my +10, I use my +10.
Exactly. That's what it's there for.
Exactly.
Oh, you rolled well.
I rolled a 6. I beat it by 10.
Nice.
Nice.
So I actually only beat it by 6. because of
-4.
because the -4. But I got them both.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, you do. You summoning in a little bit of that Kid Titan power that is still coursing through your veins. You grab that first one by the scruff, pick it off of Rosie, and do you fling it out into the hallway, up against the back of the room?
I throw it into the other one, aiming it towards the hallway.
Yeah, they're still together. So
then I throw it out into the hallway.
Awesome. So they go skittering off, bouncing across out in the hallway. You're not quite sure how much damage you did, but they're definitely not with you anymore.
Did he take out any more of them? Like bowling for zombies?
I didn't see any more of them. We don't know if there's any outside.
Maybe.
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 You're not out there yet, so you have no idea.
Well, she told us that there was a hallway that is clear.
Yes.
So I was, I don't know how this would work, but I want to see if these shambling zombie things are made up of nano-wasps, because now I'm paranoid and...
Or if they have them in them. Just even if it's like one nano-wasp in it.
Controlling the meat sack of disgustingness. Is there a way for me to figure this out?
I'm conflicted. On the one hand, I want to help Rosie. On the other, I don't know how I feel about Maggie freaking me out on purpose. I have feelings. But still, #Rosie.
Thanks, Chad.
See, I told you should be ashamed of yourself.
Thank you.
I mean, candidly, as
myself.
Jenica right now, despite your connections to
Bombshell.
You know I love
you
you.
can't tell.
Okay.
You really can't.
Does anybody need significant healing before we just bust out towards the empty hallway?
I would like to point out that I have
Rosie.
been bitten.
Yeah, I know. I have a healing
Yeah, we're
burst.
gonna have to leave you behind.
You also have 30 points of armor from Patreon.
Yeah, okay, but
Okay.
here's okay.
I know you've been bitten. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Right. I'm just wondering if that 30 points of armor to me is somehow
That would
different
block.
than
That would
zombie
have blocked.
biting you.
That would have blocked all of that damage.
But the damage and the virus are two separate things in my head.
Oh, no, but that it has to do damage in order for a virus to get in.
Okay.
Even if it's just a regular zombie
I
virus.
could chop off her arm and then healing
Nope.
burst
I mean,
her.
that would
That only works
that
in
would
certain
definitely be the
scenarios.
rules standard in most
Yeah,
game
and most
systems.
I
would
knew.
be
God bless it.
that,
I
you would have to do
could chop your
damage.
arm off
We
with
are
this
not
femur
chopping-
knife, and then I could healing burst you.
Remember, Chris's favorite word is no.
Also,
So come
that
up with something you want that you think he doesn't want you to do.
chopping off a limb doesn't.
No, this is a great idea, because if you
necessarily
chop
work.
off the limb, then
Then I
you'll,
healing
you'll
burst
kn-
and-
No, you don't even have to heal it, because if you chop off her arm, if she has been infected with something, it's just going to heal it right back up.
Right, and if she
eventually.
hasn't, then she won't
And if
have
she
an
hasn't,
arm.
she
It'll
won't
be
have
an
an
What I
arm.
was saying was,
So you'll know.
No,
if the
but
So
arm
if she's a
stays
witch,
off.
we should burn her.
No, what I'm
Exactly.
saying is like when a spider
Exactly.
bites
Guys,
you,
the slushies,
the
what are they
venom
doing to us?
doesn't go immediately, and if you chop it off before the venom has gotten into the bloodstream,
I'm just saying the point we've had this conversation. It's in my goddamn bloodstream, so I'm effed.
you.
it's not gone. It's gone past your shoulder.
I like to think that you guys are actually having this conversation.
Does it-
I
Okay,
know,
hold
as we're like moving as a group back into the
You're
back
just
hallway.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, let's go.
Is
Okay,
there?
okay, the hallway.
Where
Is
I
there
want to
a
go towards the hallway that doesn't have
As
any.
you go out of the
shambling
hallway,
idiots.
the area that you'd been in, you're starting to see these things are coming from all over
Yeah.
the place.
Oh,
And
dang.
but there do seem to be a couple of hallways that are not currently showing any activity.
Yes, we want one of those.
Is there any fire in the room? Can I
No,
at least close up my wound?
I mean there's still the emergency lighting that's going on. You need
I
fire.
probably have a lighter.
You know,
was
we
just
also have a doctor.
Yes.
I was just gonna cauterize it real quick.
She has we have a doctor.
If you wanted to break George, you could use some of the shorting out of the electronic circuits there to cauterize it.
You
He
really
just
want George
offered
gone.
that I break George. By the way, that
He
just
really wants. He
happened.
really wants George gone. Speaking of NPCs that you've forgotten about, what's the man bat doing?
Man Bat's
He's just
hanging
hanging out
around.
like. So, who are these guys? They cool with you,
I mean,
Aquamarine?
the
Will
Man
he
Bat
help?
was seduced by Aquamarine, so right now, Man
Bruce,
Bat
will
is-
you help?
Bruce is pretty much just doing whatever Aquamarine tells him to do.
Bruce, please help us.
What? Jenica, can you? I'm gonna rip off a piece of my clothing, and can you at least tie
Tourniquet. Oh yeah.
it off so that maybe we can prevent
Slow the spread
slow
of your
it, something.
zombifying.
Something.
Great. I'm real excited
Make
about
my
this.
arm go numb.
Can I
But
ask,
we do have to leave you behind.
can I ask
You know-
Bruce if he knows about these creatures?
I mean, he knows enough to not go into a vault.
But like, does he know what they are? And like,
The trouble.
that's it? That's all you know about? Do you know their names?
I think that one over there is named Steve.
Really? Or you
No.
just make that up? Okay, fine. No help from Bruce.
So tourniquet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As we're moving. In a
So my
quick-
arm, I'm one armed
I'm-
as the feeling leaves my arm.
You got your arm chopped off?
No.
I guess, yeah, because I guess the Man-Bat was speaking in Common at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, we talked in.
He tells you that they just call them the Lost.
Why are they the Lost? Are you the Lost?
No.
Oh.
Look at them. That's why they're the Lost.
I'm a friggin' man.
They're the Lost because they're what was trying.
Yeah.
Look. In the journal, it was all about living forever and all that stuff, but death always comes. This whatever.
is the twist.
My theory is that Bombshell tried to save everyone by using her nanowasps to heal people, and it went horribly wrong because, despite her good intentions, she's a psychopath. And it turned them all into zombies. And I feel like
Wait a minute, you're a psychiatrist and you don't believe Bombshell is a psychopath?
No.
She's just
You,
really...
Jenica Clarkson.
I, Jenica Clarkson, do not believe Bombshell's a psychopath. As we're continuing to run, we're having this conversation.
Yes.
Why
you are
not?
continuing to have this conversation as you hustle yourself down one of the hallways. Bruce is going to stick with you.
Perfect.
If that's what you want him to do.
You gonna help us out, Bruce? You gonna be part
that's
of...
why the city's on stilts.
I mean, he'll be as useful as he can be.
Are you gonna attack people too?
If you tell him to.
All right, then yes,
Right,
Bruce.
he's not going to act independently.
So your
he's under your spell.
professional opinion as a psychiatrist.
And George is just petering along behind you slowly.
Is that
George
she
moves
is of
very slow
sound
compared
mind.
to
Can
you
we have
guys.
George empty of slushy, of disgustingness behind him, kind of like
absolutely.
defecation to make everything slip
Slushy
on the way?
defecation.
You're
Diarrhea
wasting
all over the
precious
place.
slushy.
Do
It
you
would
want to be
generate.
attacked by a zombie?
Yeah, kinda.
A narcissistic
Do you want George to do that?
sociopath.
I would wait for the team to agree with me. It seems logical to me, but
Yes, the big metal doors didn't stop them, but perhaps the slushy on the floor will
No, the
slow them
big
down.
metal doors stopped them just fine. They didn't come out.
Right, they've been in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, there's like possibly dozens of these things that have snuck up on us.
maybe they'll eat that.
I'm just going to say that you do ask George to release his contents, and so he does just as he's just slowly following. I mean, so anyone who could see this from afar and not be emotionally connected to what will or will not happen to you guys would see the four of you hustling your way down the hallway while
holding a slushy machine upside down.
Trying
dragging it on the
to
ground.
figure out what the hell to do with Rosie's arm as she is, blathering away about her concerns, which are actually valid, so I shouldn't say blathering. But meanwhile, Bruce is taking up the rear, just kind of love struck with eyes only for Aquamarine, and George rolls along very slowly behind everyone. Who's that bot on Borderlands?
It's a good image.
Borderlands.
You don't know.
You know that little
Claptrap.
wheel? Yeah, Claptrap. Kind of like that. He's kind of like Claptrap, just slowly going along behind you, just chattering away about specials and different flavor combinations and stuff. None of which he still has in stock, because he needs to be restocked at some point.
He's a bastard.
But he is pouring out all of the fluid behind him, and sure enough, it will slow them down a little bit.
So
I mean, they aren't that
you're telling
fast
me
moving
you
to begin
think
with.
that she's sane?
Bombshell?
Yeah.
Bombshell is as sane as any normal person. She has specific goals. She tries to do them. She goes based on what the community around her wants to do.
But I mean,
she's not selfish.
She is selfish. She's emulating human empathy.
But she's doing it well.
That's exactly what a psychopath does.
No. The psychopath does it for his own gains. Bombshell's doing it so that she can be part of society.
Which is her goal and her programming, so she's doing it for her own gains and is therefore...
I feel like this is a moot question.
No, I feel like you as a professional shouldn't be qualified to do this if you think that person is in any way sane.
She is a robot. There's no qualification of sanity on a robot.
I would just like to
a
point out the
sociopath.
opportunity to have people worship her. She chose it and she didn't look back. Now, is there anything on the walls as we're running down?
As you're running down the hallway, I mean, you are seeing. Thank you, Rosie, for that. Love Maggie. As you're running down the hallway, I mean, you are passing, different rooms, offices.
I mean, specifically graffiti. Like we just saw in the other one.
No, I mean that wasn't graffiti. That was more set up as kind of like a temple.
Whatever the hell it was.
And
Is
then
there
it had
more?
been graffitied by someone?
Is there more stuff, messages, images, whatever it
Languages?
is?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. Just that one spot. But fortunately, you aren't seeming to run into any more of those. What do they call them? Zomborgs?
Zomborg.
The Lost.
Yeah,
The Lost.
Are we in a
You lost them.
Is there any kind of door we can shut? so that we can just like
Yeah,
partition
you've
ourselves?
passed through a couple of airlocky type situations where you've had the option of shutting it behind you if you want.
Oh yeah.
What are we in? What are these? What's around us?
How's Rosie doing?
She seems fine. I mean, she seems a little tense for some reason.
Okay, so he's looked to be safe for the second.
Is there anything in the journal?
In the journal?
So while you read that, I'm gonna tie you up.
You are not tying me up yet.
But you have all this rope.
Crash, if it gets to the point where you have to shoot me in the head, you are allowed to, but until we get to that
We've
point...
already established that does not work.
I mean, while I'm still mostly human.
Well, that seems like just killing a person, doesn't it?
We
Yeah,
don't know
it
what's going
does.
to happen yet. Is there anything in the book about this happening?
Right, are there any other clues in the journal about the lost, about anything?
I mean, as you're going through, there are entries that talk about, whoever this anonymous author is, because the person doesn't actually sign their name on it anywhere, at least that you can find. They make various observations about daily life within the facility.
Right, so this is where they lived. See, in my head, all of the zombies were outside, and they lived here, protection, and then something happened, and it swapped, right? Question: is there a page like?
Very sneakily trying to tie her leg to the chair she's sitting.
I will kick him in the face.
No. I'm very sneakily trying to do it.
Yeah, and I have 6th sense.
That's not how that works.
Heightened awareness.
Don't worry, I don't even get close. I am not sneaky.
Crash is trying very sneakily while you're
gets
sitting reading,
smacked.
and every time he goes down there,
dun,
you just like smack him on the
He's
head.
getting mom smacks. That's what he's getting. Stop it. Not that mother smack. You know what I'm talking. It's the mom smacks. Shit. Now I lost my train of thought.
In our house, it's more like wife smacks. No.
What was I talking about? I was talking about zombies inside, outside.
USA.
You had been thinking that these things had been all outside, and the people had locked themselves in here to be safe from them.
But
know.
And you swapped somehow.
Oh, what I was gonna say is there the last page of the journal. If I flip to it, is like Lord of the Rings when they're in the ride. It's like they are coming, and it goes into nothing, and then Pippin drops the thing in, and then all the.
What did Maggie just say?
A mine.
What did Maggie say just now? Because I don't know.
I liked that a lot, actually. But no, that's not what's at the very end. What you do get at the very end is there's
no like turn into zombie moment on the page.
No, there's the last entry says something.
The last entry is just Bliard.
I know, in Lord of the Rings, there's that great moment where it's like and it's like trails off, and then Pippin drives. Yeah.
No, the last entry just makes a comment that what do I want to say?
No, it's not in the.
Let's get some new perspectives on the situation. #meltdown.
Oh,
Thank you, Jack.
Oh,
We'll definitely throw that out in a little while. The final entry just makes a reference that the decision was made to send out some scouts to verify the rumor that the the threat outside has died down.
Okay.
I don't think it died down.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah. Tell me, as we're running, you said we've been through some airlocks.
Yep.
We obviously also passed rooms.
Yep.
Now, were these housing rooms? Were they medical
Some
rooms?
of them are
were
residential.
they worshiping rooms?
Most of them were residential. A couple of them seem to be workspaces of some type. My assumption is that if you passed a medical one, you would want to stop inside it.
Well, yeah, I would. I also want to know if there's any that's a place of worship.
No, the only one you found is that one near the front.
Okay.
But yes, let's please, if there's a medical one, go into it. Is there one nearby?
Yeah, is there, yeah.
Yeah, well, as you now are slightly less concerned, because you feel like...
Are you feeling feverish or bitey?
I'll bite you.
Okay, she's turned, everyone!
#meltdown in Bombshell is totally not a psychopath. She's a sociopath.
No! No, chat. No. She's a very kind human being.
She's
not a human being.
She wants to be a very kind
Chat is a
human being.
nitpicking jerk today.
She is neither path.
For what it's worth, I would agree. I don't think she's psychotic.
It's a happy path.
Looks like the players could be an A.
Oh.
#dicey situation.
I don't know
Thanks,
what that
Jack.
does.
I know what
that is the new one that was
That's
on
the
there.
new one, that's where we
Not
get screwed.
narcissistic, sociopath. alien knitter. No,
Really though?
No, she is.
she is not
I mean, but
kind.
What is in the medical
dicey
room?
situations where you're all going to use D12s.
Generous.
For your rolls.
Oh, okay.
around
She
it.
would never make
Thank you,
anybody
chat.
use D12s
Yeah, thank you, chat.
thank you, chat.
But
unless they were previously using D20s.
yeah,
and
you
wanted to
do
help them.
as you do realize as you're looking at some of the signage, taking a moment to kind of get your bearings. You do realize that the area you're in does seem to have a clinic in it.
What's in the clinic?
Yeah, what's in there?
I mean, there's not a lot.
Hey,
I mean,
George is totally empty, right?
more or less.
Of
Can
flavor.
we put like medical supplies in George
But what's in
just as a storage unit?
You could ruin anything, Jenica.
But what's in the clinic? Are there any
There's
weird
no-
serums or
First you
vials?
pour out the last of the slushy. Now you want to fill him with medicine. This is literally the worst thing that you have ever done.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
I feel like if George is going to hang out with us, George could be useful and carry supplies.
As a
Okay,
backfield.
so
Why don't we ask George?
Bombshell
he's
isn't the sociopath, it's you.
He's sentient. We should ask him. It's you.
I mean, George's sentience seems to be quite limited.
Sure.
Right.
He
He's
probably
just a Slurpee machine
still.
George, you like
With
dispensing.
hopes and dreams.
with hopes and dreams of
not being.
George.
being a Slurpee machine.
George, you
I
like.
just keep picturing that toaster oven or that toaster from Red Dwarf.
Yeah. George, you like dispensing
Or
things that make
nectar
people happy,
from-
right?
Yes.
Adventure Time.
Okay, we're going to
So
fill you with
opiates
lots of
it is.
things that make
Opiates
people
it is.
happy.
There you go. Yeah, you do. You find a small, a small stash of opiates that no one has dealt with, and you.
No.
Yeah.
If this okay, look.
Bruce
look,
can help.
If this is a medical facility in here,
Mhm.
and if my theory is correct in any way, shape, or form, there is a possibility that there is a slowdown thing or a reversal, an antidote, or
Yeah.
there's something, or there's. It can't just be like ibuprofen.
They
and
probably did
adrenaline.
discover the cure after
Yeah,
they
where's-
turned into
What's
zombies.
in
No,
this
I'm
room?
not. I'm not saying
I
a
mean-
cure.
We're gonna have to leave you.
Are there vials? No, never. Are there vials? Are there the? Oh dear.
I'm sorry. I am just enjoying this so much.
No, it's good. It's good. Keep doing it.
I'm sorry, but
anyway.
this makes perfect sense to Crash. You got bit by a zombie. You're gonna turn. We're gonna have to leave you.
All the movies show us that. Every single one.
But I do. I want Aquamarine's question.
Yeah, no, you
is
spend
it-
you
yeah.
spend some time digging through this clinic and such, and you really don't. What do I want to say? You really don't see a lot of information in there regarding this play. I mean, you see there are some notes in there that people have talked about. You know, some folks are theorizing there might be some way to reverse the effect. There's a lot of conversation about what exactly is actually going on. But I mean, it seems to be that most of what you stumble across in this clinic is very clearly geared towards the day-to-day life of the people who are living inside.
Are there empty pages in the journal?
The one that you were reading earlier? Yeah, like the back third.
Excellent. I'm gonna start writing.
Okay.
Rosie, I know that you're
nice.
feeling stressed. Would you like me to get you something from this clinic to help calm you down? I mean, you don't seem to be zombifying, but it could be a stressful
You got any
situation.
slushies?
No, the slushies are gone.
Mm-hmm.
They slowed down the zombies so they can't bite us anymore.
I just want you to know that when we do your memorial service, I'm gonna sing "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye" by Boyz II Men because I
Mine?
feel like that's a really good
No,
song.
mine.
to
I'm the
sing
one
at a
who's
memorial.
dying.
You're not
I know
dying.
you're really more into country music, but I think that they did like a version with Travis something or other and one of those cowboy hat guys.
So
How do I say goodbye?
She's fine right now.
Okay.
I would like to start writing down everything I know about pods, Thermopylae, the program, the founders. I don't know if I can get everything down, but I want to start writing it down.
Here in
All the
clinic.
good times.
I look around
Yeah,
the clinic
absolutely.
more. Can I use my cat burglary skills to see if there's any
I mean, you're
like,
pretty good at casing this room.
hidden areas?
Not in this.
Good
So
idea.
it's pretty straightforward.
All right, I think George has all the things we need now, so I think we should move out.
Where are we moving to?
Someplace with yum yum leaves.
Yes, more of them.
We can see what else is down the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, we need to either get out or live here. Both options sort of suck.
I'm not gonna live underground.
No, you would like to not live underground.
This is scary. There's zombies down here.
Yeah.
There's man bats out there.
There weren't any zombies out there.
There were man bats out there.
Man bats decided to join our little
right
group.
here.
We've got one that just kind of hangs out and doesn't talk
I
or do
know.
anything.
I appreciate how sexy
My
Aquamarine
name is
is, but I don't
Bruce.
think she can seduce the entire army of man bats.
Apparently,
Would
you've
take
never
forever.
traveled with her then, because I'm fairly sure she can.
Maybe
I think it would take a while.
It would take
I think
a
she
long
could
time.
do it, but it
Take
would
a
take a
long
while. You are right.
there'd be a lot of nights to sleep. Should we continue
No,
down
I
the
think
hallway?
that could be a good plan.
Are
if we
there
dig it out.
Are there
Seduce
any?
all the man bats?
Seduce the man
How do you
bat.
feel about that?
Plan F.
Plan
Look,
F.
I think the man bats outside are the least of our worries outside.
It's the lost.
What? I feel like they're a pretty big worry for outside.
I mean, it's one atom in a huge wilderness. I mean, they clearly live under the city. There's people or things in that city. There's a
We should go to that city.
connection, or at least a symbiosis. Is that the right word between
I don't
them?
know.
That's the right word.
So I feel like
Is it Venom?
no.
Because Venom's a symbiote.
Are there any arrows? Are there any signs in the hallway? Is there anything saying exit? And
Oh yeah, there's a map.
Oh,
there's a map?
I would love to look at a map.
Yeah, let's look at the map.
Yeah, there's like one of those, you are here kind of
Oh,
maps.
good.
And stuff. I mean, it's a
Great.
giant facility. Of course, there's something like that.
What are other places
Wait,
of
you guys
interest?
didn't map this place?
What's on the map?
Yeah.
The map. The
Mhm.
map.
I mean, you can see the main entrance. You can see several routes that branch out, different areas. There's an entire hydroponics section that's been set up. A lot of
Yum Yum Leaves will be there.
storage units, things like that.
Congrats.
The area that you're in does appear to be primarily residential, but there is a small section of light industry in there. I shouldn't say industry; it's more like operations.
Is there a school?
There is,
Oh.
but it's not in the area that you're in.
How far away is
Um,
it?
Let's find out.
Just look for the room with the alphabet on the wall.
It looks like there is. Oh,
Since this team of pilots doesn't have a neat AI companion like me. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Yeah.
thank you
Oh,
very much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
So looking at the map, you notice that there's also a section that is marked Tramway,
Tramway.
and it seems to
There's
be
a tram?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
Alf's real name.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does it still
Tramway.
work?
Oh.
I want to go see the tram.
So the only reason I'm suggesting we go to a school type area is if there's books or any. I mean, if according to the journal, it's the end of everything 89 or whatever, right? There's been years
Look,
since this
Rosie,
happened.
if you want to go to the school, we're going to go to the school because everybody deserves to get their last wish.
and mine is to ride the tram. Let's ride the tram to the school and we'll get it all done at the same time.
Does the tram go to the school?
The main school is actually back the way that you came through a lot of the airlocks.
Oh,
Looks
dear.
like we have to go there first.
There are some
She's gonna die.
There are some study centers in your area. that
Oh, there's
they're-
some study
That's
centers.
fine. I just want to see if they're not. Maybe not, but maybe there's a book or
What are you hoping to
information
look up?
or. Well, how long till you turn?
Do you turn?
Do you turn? Like what? Any information?
Again, you seem to
The
be
history
freaking
of the
out. Would
lost.
you appreciate
Yeah.
something?
Oh, I
I'm
bet it's the
calling you
first. I bet
down.
it's the first stage.
Yeah, you
The
know
freaking
what?
out is probably the first stage.
Don't
How
worry,
about-
Rosie. I think
got
it's
an idea.
okay.
I got an idea. How about I start biting all of you, and we start sharing all our genetics, and then you tell me if you freak out because you might have zombie in you.
I think you're joking, Rosie. Otherwise,
think I am too.
I'd pull off your head right now.
Sort of fair.
Let's go.
So
Again,
let's go to the study center. I lead the way.
Can
Study
we get on
center.
the tram to go to the study center?
The study center is just like it's
Oh,
basically
let's
just a
just
room that
walk.
has
All right,
some
we'll just
books and
walk.
materials in it, and it's near where you are.
All right.
But to be candid with you, it's not set up for any kind of major research. There are some terminals in there.
I mean,
but there doesn't seem
anything.
to be a
I mean-
functional Ethernet,
It's hooked-
network within this compound.
There doesn't?
No, I mean it's on emergency lighting and such. So
Are there books? Can we start looking at titles, ripping?
yeah, I mean there's some history materials, things like that.
Great. Can we skim through them?
It seems
are there
remarkably
computers?
sparse on this topic.
Computers?
Again, just it's emergency power. There just isn't enough juice for that sort of thing.
Can I look through the room
All right.
again?
So there's.
in a cat burglary style?
I'm thinking that the tram may have, not that we could ride the tram because the power is so dim that we couldn't probably ride it, but the tunnels for the tram might be more abandoned than the in here.
Yeah, those don't sound full of vampires at all.
Is there a main power room?
Yeah, you are in the kind of operations area. It's one of the reasons why everything else is so sparse right now.
Is there a way for us to go into that room and get the power on?
I mean, there's emergency power right now. You can go down there and start filling with stuff if you want.
Right,
We can find one of those fusion cores and stick it in the hole.
We might
Exactly,
be
it's
able
always
to
that easy.
get the tram going if we can get the power on.
Well, how much do we want the tram going?
I would rather have a train to run over cave zombies with than not.
Hashtag MetaPoint. If only we knew someone who had the power to bend the fabric of reality with a poem. Bet that would be
I'll have to
useful
pause
with
there.
a potential zombie bite.
I think they got it right, because Maggie does technically write poems.
That is true.
Chat, as true as that might be, I feel like we're telling a story right now, and I don't want to break a story right now.
That's fair.
And I will make that choice, and it might be the wrong choice, but the problem with Hex Destiny is that I could literally at any point write a haiku to end every single battle we've been in, and that's not fun. So
As long as you have enough meta points for it.
we do have enough, but
Yeah, you got 5 right now.
I feel like maybe we
God
need
mode
to
is a little overrated.
ride. I mean, I could literally, I could have in every single session we're in is Hex Destiny end every single battle instantly.
Or at least take a shot at it, yeah.
Yeah. And that's not fun. So I'm playing this out.
I respect your decision.
Like doing it.
But
We've literally seen you try to get your way out of a fight with a haiku so many times and fail that you saying that is so erroneous at this point. Like, it has almost never worked.
That's not true. It has worked before.
But you are in the operations section, so there is access to some of the, I want to say, power plant for the facility. It isn't one central power plant in this place. There are several kind of branches, if you will. There's
Is it
several.
like Zelda where we have to get all 4 little dingy lights on before we
No,
can get
I
everything
mean not
turned on?
necessarily. You know, I don't know how much any of you guys would know about the way this thing is wired, but it's kind of a redundancy thing, rather than having just one central space that is, powering everything. There's a lot of areas that are then covering overlapping loads, as it were.
Got it. Just like Fallout.
So can we turn anything? I mean,
Yeah.
You can absolutely go find this thing and try to.
Thank you. I mean, turn the power.
What else is
I know
around
what you
us?
meant. That's
What
why I
else-
said the same.
What else is around us in the area that we're in?
Mainly just quarters.
But we're in. Okay.
All right, let's go to the power place.
Yeah.
I love that they think that I'm trying to keep the show on the rails.
Yeah.
I'm just being a good gamer, and they're like, "Oh, Maggie, how dare you!"
I love that you think you're being a good gamer.
Oh my god.
When you looked at the map that showed you the overall facility, though, you did notice
Is there an exit?
that you noticed that there is an emergency, or excuse me, there is an emergency exit procedure involving the tramway that can be used.
Oh.
In addition to the main entrance, and you also notice that the route that you took to get to where you are is not the only route to get there from the main entrance. The whole place
Great.
is very interconnected. It's not a single shot straight through. Because again, from a redundancy point of view, that's a bad idea
Oh,
when
sure.
you're tunneling
Yeah.
to only have one route. The more backup
Which means
options you have, the
The
better.
zombies can get to us where we are, despite us having closed doors. And you need to figure out your power situation so we can get out soon.
So let's follow the map to the power place.
And then follow the map.
But
to
I'm
the
following her because
tram.
she can get us there.
I was thinking. I'm sorry, I might have missed something. I would like to get out of here and go to the town.
All right, so
Yeah, let's do it.
You mean the city on stilts?
Yeah, and I want to show them that I've been bitten.
They can tell us about it.
Oh, they'll probably let you right in.
Jenna, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you give me a medical check?
Yes. Happily. Happily. Oh yeah, I beat that by a lot. Hold on. 5.
You needed 12. You beat it by 5? So, as you've all been, wrestling with the situation and such, you decide it's time to take another look over at how Rosie is doing.
Great.
Little,
She turning green.
little bite mark on
Well,
her.
she's been a little green the whole time. I mean, she's
It's the lighting in these vaults.
yeah. But you start taking a look at her wound, and you had cleaned it and dressed it, by now.
When we were in the room.
You've had the opportunity to do that. In fact, actually, do you want to use that roll for that purpose?
Sure.
Okay, so you cleaned it and dressed it and all that. So now give me another medical check.
Missed that one.
By how much?
1.
Which is why she thinks Bombshell is not crazy.
So as you're looking at the wound, you were really hoping that you might be able to tell if there was any sign of rapid healing, if you will.
Oh, because they...
Oh, right, because they rapidly...
Because of what you had seen from that one lost. But you're a little paranoid at the moment, and so you just... Maybe she's healing quickly, maybe she isn't. You're not quite sure, and you aren't sure what you should say, and so of course you decide to just tell the group...
She's fine.
But I was healing quickly?
She's not quite sure. She's not...
Sure.
That's Maggie information, that's not Rosie information.
That's fine. I'm not looking at it.
I want to look at it.
How long do I have to wait before I try again?
You can check again in a few hours.
She telling the truth? did a mind check. Like, is she okay?
How much did you make your check by?
I only made it by 2. But it's a blank mind
You
check.
made it by 2. You missed yours by 1. She feels confident-ish about what she said.
She's probably fine?
Yeah, she believes what she said.
She believes what she said about Bombshell, too.
She believes what she said.
Okay.
Well, we can all
So
look
she's
at
exactly the same amount of it.
When we get back to the city, I'm going to bust out a DSM and I will go through point by point why Bombshell is not a sociopath.
Guess what? I don't know what a DSM is. And I'm not going to listen to you explain it to me.
Why don't we all look at it now, and then we can check it in a little bit, and then we can all have our own opinion on whether or not
The
it's changed.
DSM? I don't carry a DSM around.
No,
with me.
The wound, the bite.
Oh, all right.
I will look at it. I will look at it.
It doesn't smell like anything but Rosie.
I will let everyone look at it, but I'm not looking at it.
Everyone who's going to look at it, give me a mind roll.
Oh,
see how much you make it by.
Finally just made one. Now I'll never make one again.
Oh, no.
Nope.
I did not.
How much
Great,
did you
everyone's
miss,
satisfied. Let's
How
go
much
to
did
the
you
town.
miss it by?
3.
2.
Okay, write that down. Remember that, please. And then when we check it again later on, that's your starting point of what you remember this.
And I'm at the 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm not looking.
So you make your way down to the. They're on like the DSM 52 by now. I mean, it's.
Which version of the DSM?
Yeah. You make it over to one of the nearby power centers, and I'm trying to figure out who is your best choice for trying to fiddle around with this thing. I mean, your best choice.
Computer.
That's true. That's probably your best option right now, actually. The person who'd be best suited for it tried to kill you last season.
Did we need to go to a power place before we go to the tram place? Because I thought we had agreed that we were just going to the tram place.
Oh, you had to get powered up a
turn
bit
it
if
on.
you're gonna. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Computer is probably your best option.
I'll
right now.
computer / electronics it. With do I have anything cool to use?
You have meta points. I don't know if that would help though.
No, they just made that.
You're just
That just means
damaged.
that I can crush the switches if I try real hard.
Let's not crush the switches.
All thumbs.
A dicey situation is a bad thing. Okay.
Yes.
No good things, except for my buff, which would be great if we were fighting a lot of dudes. Or ladies. Or lady dudes. It doesn't matter to me.
Or dude ladies.
Do both.
4 and 6 is 10, and I have a 9.
So no.
So yeah, I missed it by 1 on my computer check.
It's close.
Oh, dear.
But
You
I
do have
haven't used my buff yet. I just
Or your Patreon.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
My Patreon I still have, and it's a plus 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get like a 1.
Wait, don't you have a plus 10 and a plus 2?
No, he
that
does
was
plus
a couple
10.
weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Just a plus 10 this week on a computer check.
But if you drop it, it'll totally work.
But I don't understand what I'm trying to. I'm just trying to power the station up, right?
Yep.
And that's my attempt.
Take
Yep.
10.
There's no such thing.
Damn.
Nice try.
Well, tried.
Take 10 what?
In
It's like-
gaming.
It's like you should ask. Might as
I'll
well just
explain
ask
on
me
the
to
way,
draw a
yeah.
community chest card.
Ah.
Right.
Can I try the computer?
I'll give
Oh
you
no,
trouble.
I'll use it. My total is 1.
Cool.
I beat it by.
You do. You
age.
manage to. It takes a little bit because the system seems simultaneously
Old-timey.
archaic and futuristic,
But I played a lot of Fallout.
Oh,
You
does
did.
it?
which gives you a huge advantage. And so as you're hacking away on this thing, it takes.
I just have to find the words that fit.
Exactly. It's exactly like that. Sure enough, after you've fiddled around with it for a while, the previously partially dormant generator in front of you starts kicking to life.
And I turn the core, because that's what you do. You push it in and you
do.
turn the core.
And there actually isn't anything like that, but you pantomime that.
Oh yeah, totally.
And for some reason, it's when you did that it went. All that happens, and the lighting starts kicking on bright now. It's no longer just the emergency lighting. You know, nice work, Mark.
That was great.
He's on point. The lights flash on full bore.
Crash Jackson!
And
Full bore.
full bore. That's apparently how I'm describing it.
They're very bright.
Let there be light!
Full bore.
And also,
Aziz.
since the system has
Thank
just
you,
reset
Aziz.
itself, all of the doors
Open.
kick themselves open like that down the hallway.
Well, we
That
better
sounds awesome. I'm sure those zombies are going to come out and chase us
Yeah, we
down
better
to the train.
hightail it to that
Okay,
tram.
I'm ready
Let's
to
go.
run.
Let's
Let's
go.
run to the tram.
Head start. I'll carry the slow ones. Let's go.
Chris, do I have any problem moving?
No.
Great, let's run.
Okay,
Run.
great. We run.
Toward the tram.
Remember, we
Nearest
don't have to run
tram.
that fast. We just have to outrun Rosie.
She looks
Or Bruce.
fine, probably. Oh yeah, Bruce. Come on, Bruce.
Bruce could be
could
cannon
fly,
fodder.
couldn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's inside.
Can
this-
you spit
The hallways
fire?
here aren't that.
If we
aren't
don't
that tall.
sacrifice Bruce soon.
Well, for what? Why would we sacrifice him?
Because he's just
Remember
a
when
stupid
Jenica
bat.
ate his cousin?
Yeah.
Like, but we wouldn't want to harm him.
I'm sorry, what has he
run.
contributed to the
Just
group?
I'm sorry, but if we treat these as sentient creatures, I now have to consider Jenica a type of cannibal, and I
we
can't
just
do
let him
that.
go? We could just
He
let
is a
him go.
pet at best.
So you're running down the hallway, having this
conflicted.
conversation for some
We're doing
reason.
that.
Yeah, this is
That's how you guys accomplish everything.
I'm sorry, you gave Crash
He wants to
sugar
be here.
I know.
at the very
know.
beginning.
Can we go get slushies? Okay.
That's a great idea, actually, on the way home slushies.
Okay, great.
That's a great idea.
Cool.
As you are running down the hall, sure enough, yeah, you do hear the predictable sounds of some, groaning and scraping and whatnot coming from some of the
Oh,
hallways
they're
that have
chasing,
kicked
all
open.
right.
But I mean, you know that they don't move that fast.
And we're hitting I'm hitting every door panel behind
Yeah, so you're
us, so they
feeling
have to
pretty
at
good.
least open the door.
You do get yourself over to where one of the tramway entry points is.
Gross.
And it kicks it, it's open for you. You get on board, and you start fooling around trying to see how to make this thing operate.
There should be, if it's a tram that goes both ways, then it'll have piloting seats in the front and the back.
Correct.
If it only goes one way, it'll only have them in the front.
It has them in both.
It drives like a locomotive. I can do that.
I assume there's a map on the tram as well.
Yeah.
Excellent, then we
Also,
follow the map.
Well, we follow the tracks.
Well, I'm just saying if it's both ways,
Rails.
which direction to go.
When you
Use
get
the
into
map.
the driver's section of it, you are able, the pilot section, as it were.
It's got a turny thing.
Yeah, it's actually it's the setup is very similar to like a boat.
I have driving. Do y'all have driving too? Like a boat.
And you fill around with it for a little bit, and you are able to figure out how to engage this thing to make it move, and you are also able to figure out that there is a kind of emergency. What do I want to say? I hate to call it an emergency exit, but there is clearly off
Like a side track?
Yes, and you were able to figure out how
to
to
switch the
engage,
tracks.
switch the tracks.
Okay, cool. That was what I was going to ask about next.
Yep. You do some more flipping and switching, and it sure.
Is it hard to drive the train?
It's almost like you're on rails.
Okay, so I don't have to make a roll, is what I'm saying, to drive the train.
No.
Because I have the driving skill, I can.
I mean, give me one driving skill check,
I thought you were
but
going to legitimately use boating.
give yourself a
think you could use
4-point
boating.
bonus because it's literally on rails.
And it's on, and it's a boat.
Yeah.
They are quite literally on rails now. Yes,
Oh,
they are.
dude, yeah, no,
We are
I
on the rails.
We are-
We're on them.
made it by 6.
And as you're going down to this tramway, you don't see any signs of life in the
Tunnel?
In the tunnel. I'm remembering all my words right now.
You're doing so good, though.
Oh, it's like I speak for a living. And yeah, it takes a little bit, but sure enough, you get to this one section where you pull up, and there is there's a smaller than the one you first got on tram stop.
Oh, it's small.
Okay.
And,
Are we stopping?
Are we smaller?
You're the same size. Yeah, we've already done that. We don't have to.
Are we stopping underground or are we out of ground now?
I don't think any of you are part dwarf, so you can't tell what kind of elevation change you did or did not make.
Yeah, if it would have been Maggie there, her ears would have popped, though. We would have known.
That's true.
It's true. Well, your ears did pop.
Oh.
Okay, so we did.
Watching this live for the first time after finally catching up with
Aw.
the Metaverse series.
Yay.
Right on.
I even made this
Thank
account
you.
just so I could contribute
Thank
to
you very
the
much, chat.
hashtag
Thank you so
hashtag.
much. Glad to have new people
Thanks,
on today. I
guys.
noticed we've got a
Puppet
couple new
fan.
people in chat that have never watched before, and they're like, "Is this on every week?" Well, it is. It is. We're here every Monday.
Yay,
We are
thank
here
you
every
for
Monday.
watching for the first time live and also contributing. That's
Yeah.
really
Awesome.
kind.
We appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
We
you,
love it.
You disembark from the tram, and
I'm sorry that I'm dying. Your first episode. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna miss her.
and as
gonna
you
save her.
you get to a door, you know, and you flip the release,
Try to open
all of
it.
it, and it does all of its, you know, fun sounds.
It's a transformer.
Slides off to the side, and it's bright outside.
Oh.
Where are we in relation to the town?
You poke your head outside, and you do not see the town on stilts anymore.
Oh, good. It
Oh
walked
my
away.
gosh.
Where's the sun?
At all?
And then you look the other side; it's sitting right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm kidding; it's not actually.
It's
Maybe
not
like
really there.
climb to
Funny.
the top of a little hill or mountain or
Yeah, it
something?
is kind of like, again, just to borrow from pop culture, picture the...
That facility's inside a big mountainish thing.
I'm kind of picturing my brain right now when Indiana Jones, when they get out of the side, right before he fights the giant Nazi on the plane, Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know, and he gets out of
They
the...
kind of fight under the plane, don't they?
Yeah,
Like
but
Aragorn
yeah.
and
But I mean, when they
Legolas
pop out
and
the
Gimli.
side and like there's, you know, he kind of looks out and you're kind of partway up a hill is what I'm trying to say.
So I want to
Called
climb
that
to the
I've
top
always
of the
called
hill.
that the tarmac brawl.
Yeah,
This
run
is
to the
good
top of the
tarmac.
hill.
Can I go to the top of the hill so I can
Sure.
see around 360?
Yeah,
I'd
Yeah.
like to do that.
you do that.
I do that.
You do not see any sign of the, yeah.
How long were we on that tram?
Well, it could have taken us miles out of the way, and if there's any, I mean, we're not on a flat ground like we were before, right? So our terrain has changed.
Before the, around the city was kind of a bowl, as it were,
How long were we on the tram?
on the tram. 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, so not that long.
But if
And,
we were
it
going
was moving
60
pretty
miles
fast.
an hour, then we could be 10 to 15 miles outside the city. We wouldn't be able to see it
Yeah, it was
anymore.
moving a
Sorry.
pretty
Right,
distinct
but
speed.
that city was super tall, is what I'm saying.
But it wasn't a bowl, so like, you know,
Well,
it could be lower than
if the wasteland is anything like the air quality of Seattle recently, we wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, visibility is shot right now.
Does Bruce know where we are? Bruce, are we near the city? Do you know anything about this area?
Oh, be helpful.
Oh yeah, he is helpful.
There we go.
He has a use finally. Look at
thank
that.
God.
It took us this long
Besides
to
just
find a
eye
use
candy.
for him.
I thought he was just going to eat us out of all of our fruit.
He does confirm that you. I'm sorry. I don't even feel like doing his voice right now.
It's okay.
But
you
Sounds
should.
like you.
I should.
You should, man.
Okay, I'll work at it.
And you got this, buddy.
I've lost track. There's been so many little throwaway NPCs that
So
I'm
yeah,
trying
so
to...
just you can do a completely different voice. We don't care.
We wouldn't
just,
know.
It's
We just
true.
want to see you trying.
Okay, I should put in effort.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the city is well, it's that way, and he points off in a direction.
That way.
It's over that way. It's you know, it's about that far.
Okay, great.
Is there a closer city? Is there a closer city? Sorry.
Is there a closer city?
There's only one city. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
Okay.
We found it though, guys. We found the one city.
He doesn't actually have a unit of measurement beyond time,
Right.
Right.
so he tells you that it's about a half a day's flight.
Flight for you.
Which means a day and a half's walk.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't fly there.
Yeah, I can. I've done it before. Watch. And he gets up. He starts flying and flapping away.
Wait!
Bye!
He just keeps flying.
Okay.
He's just going
That's okay.
off in a direction.
It's all right. He's just showing us about how.
See, I can fly.
All the way to my house I can fly. I'll be right back.
I can see my house from here. Not really. It's still half a day away.
Can you fly us all there?
No, he's not listening.
He's gone.
He's gone.
All right, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
Bruce
I'm
is
gonna
gone.
be
I'm so
honest.
happy.
Your new friend kind of creeped me out.
Yeah, he was super creepy. I don't know if I'd call him.
I don't know. He wasn't really into us, but he was really super into you.
Cause magic, or cause attributes.
So,
They're dangerous with attributes.
I don't think I told you this, Jenica, while you're up there looking around.
Oh, great.
But you did see a speck in the distance.
The same direction Bruce just went?
No, it was actually opposite the way that he went when you were looking around out in the sky. And as you guys are continuing, kind of figure out what the hell to do next, because you know the direction to go, but you also know it's a bit of a walk now.
Yeah. The walk.
You know, you keep watching, and this speck keeps getting a little bit larger and larger as it seems to be getting closer, and it looks to be.
And only she sees it?
No, I mean you all do, because I'm guessing she tells you about it.
Of course, I would communicate that too.
Thank you.
I should have asked if you did, but yeah, you see that it's actually an airship that is coming in your direction.
Like a blimp?
Some sort of airship. It could be a blimp. It could be more of a zeppelin,
Plane.
a dirigible, if you will.
Not a plane, though.
No.
Like a blimp.
No.
Like a globe.
I mean, it's something flying.
Hot air balloon.
Blimp and dirigible are different, as I recall. So.
They are. A blimp and a.
This is more of the latter.
A blimp is a dirigible.
Well, no, because one of them has a rigid structure.
Right, but a
and one
blimp is a
more
type
like a
of
balloon.
dirigible because it
Oh, I
requires
see what
because
you're
of the
saying.
it needs a big inflated piece, and that's what makes it a dirigible.
It's the one that seems to have more structure to it.
It's a full-on airship.
Yeah, it's an airship.
Okay. And it's chasing us.
No, it's just coming,
it's just
in your
coming.
direction.
Here.
To the city.
Or
Maybe the city on
to
stilts
us.
has a.
Well, do we write a big help in the sand?
Or do we not want to be seen by the.
Do we need their help?
Well, we need a lot of things.
That's true.
I'm
Maybe
guessing
they would
zombies
know
aren't
something
flying
about...
it. I would like to know something from a people.
Yeah, I'm sure the airship is in relation to the city.
Yeah,
I mean,
at
we
this
haven't met any
point,
people that didn't try to eat us or take us
Can I
into
try to
slavery
check
yet.
Rosie's wound again?
It seems to actually be coming down, coming more or less straight towards you guys, right?
So it's like
Check
actually
again?
losing altitude as well.
It's coming
Yeah, a little
from
bit.
the direction we're walking in.
Oh, we can just stay
No,
right
it's
here
behind
then.
us.
No, it's coming.
City, us, blimp.
Bruce went that way. It's coming this way,
And we're in the middle.
and you're over here. Coming
Can I
towards
check-
you, presumably the same direction that Bruce was going.
Her wound again?
You can a little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's still a little bit too soon to really get any sense of
Alright,
what's
difference.
going on. Yeah.
Okay, did I draw marks on it to like indicate
That
where
would've been
infection had gone?
You didn't say you did. Would you like to do that the next time?
Yeah.
If I let you.
You're not gonna let me draw on you? It's better than chopping off your arm.
That's a symptom. Not letting people draw on you. Be careful.
Just saying, we'll see when the time comes if I let you draw on me.
Hasn't the time come?
I'm gonna wait you till you fall asleep and put a mustache on you. I can draw on your arm.
Can we
It's
all
a
look at it
medical
again?
necessity.
And it's my body.
Medical necessity.
My body.
Could we just look at it like one more
But
time?
like we're gonna kill you.
No,
I love it's a
not.
post-apocalyptic reality where you may or not be infected with some sort of life-threatening illness.
And
but
she still won't let the doctor touch
sure,
her.
let's go AMA against medical advice. Why not?
Look, I'm having a lot of feelings right now.
Yeah, but your
Hey,
feelings
there's
aren't
someone you can
facts,
talk to about
Rosie.
that.
Yeah.
Feelings aren't facts.
I've offered medicine.
That's
for
what
her
my dad
feelings.
says.
We don't really have time for therapy at the moment.
Is the airship closer?
The airship is
It
coming.
is getting closer. Fortunately, you guys talk to each other enough that it bides time for it to get closer.
Right.
So are we writing help in the sand?
It seems to be coming down to us, though, right?
It's not going to land, so to speak. But it's
Yeah, at this
gonna
point, Rosie has nothing to lose, so she's flagging them down.
Well, it kind of starts to
That's a
slowly
symptom.
move down, kind of in your guys' direction. And then someone kind of peeks over the edge.
Oh.
So, you're kind of in my spot.
Your spot?
Your spot?
We'll move out of your spot. Don't
Are
worry.
you human?
Yes.
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 Well,
Oh, maybe not Rosie.
Shut your mouth right now, Crash.
oh, that's good. You seem trustworthy.
Oh, we are.
We are.
Can we join your noble quest?
I'm not questing, I'm a marketeer.
It was a joke. You missed it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
What does a marketeer do?
I'm in marketing.
Okay.
You know, I sell stuff.
At the market?
Yep, marketeer.
Could we go to the market? We have need of many things to purchase at the market. Would
Maybe
you mind
not her though.
taking
Crash, I
us to
swear
the
to God.
market?
Well,
you though?
that depends. What do you have to trade?
I have a bone with a knife on it. It's a very good spear.
We have good
femur.
spears and we have guns.
I've got some of those already.
We
I
have
can
a
give you
slurping
whatever your
machine.
heart desires.
We have
You're
a slurping
armed.
machine.
Oh, that's adorable. You're armed down there, aren't you?
We kind of have to be.
We have arms.
You any good with those?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
I'm the best.
Interesting.
Rosie's a better shot, but I am really good.
Which one's Rosie?
The one who's a zombie.
I am.
What?
You have a zombie in your group?
No. She got bit.
Crash, I swear to God.
Can
if
you
don't
come
shut your
down?
goddamn mouth right now. I'm going to slap you across the face.
I don't think you can hit me.
I have.
She's got a bit of what? I'm sorry, I'm a little hard of hearing.
Sir, I would like to barter with you.
Interesting.
If we move, will you bring your airship down and can we come aboard peacefully?
Well, I can't exactly park it down there, but
Get it close enough.
Can we have a ladder to climb up?
yeah. You want to try the ladder? Well, it tells me you're brave or stupid. Both.
Well, we don't know the quality of your ladder.
So you're
sir.
armed, brave, or stupid. And human.
Yes.
What are you?
Well, I'm looking to employ someone, and it might just be you. And he flings a ladder off the side. It comes rolling, arcing down. Lands
I don't
down
want
in
a
front of you
single
guys.
one of you to mention that I was bitten in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. They never bit her.
She's bitter about what?
Oh, just
Everything.
life.
I'm a horrible person.
Well,
Coming up.
I've been bitter too, young'un. I understand. You just come on up with your stupid bravery.
Climb. Jump on, climb.
Okay.
No way.
Imagine I go up really fast with my
Crash, are you
acrobatics
not
and
coming?
yoga skills.
I'm not
I'd like to
flying
go up
anywhere.
Faster than everybody.
You don't have to fly anywhere, but we need to go up.
On a flying ship.
Why
It's
aren't you
not.
fly-
It's hovering. Is that better?
Why aren't you gonna fly?
It's not a flying ship, it's an airship. Common mistake.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you? But you need to stay with us.
But Jenica, I've seen this movie, The Zombie Wins.
Okay. Well, we really need you to stay with us.
Crash?
Well, I would like you to be better at medicine, but guess what? We don't get that. I'll hang down here.
And do what?
I don't know, run behind you?
That sounds.
You can hold on to the ladder.
Which is another form of flying.
This should be closer to the
Yeah,
ground.
like, that doesn't make me feel any safer.
Crash, I'm what makes you feel unsafe.
That and the flying ship.
What about the flying ship makes you feel unsafe?
I don't know. I just don't like them.
So, Crash, you are very intelligent. You understand statistics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you understand the safety
You
of.
can give me the flying statistics. You're going to tell me
No.
that it's safer to fly than it is to ride
Okay,
the
so
train.
you already
yeah,
know.
no, I've got the internet, Jenica.
I know that you do.
Did they teach you the internet in medical school?
Yes.
That
Crash, what I'm saying
unlikely.
is because you know that, and you know it's illogical to be afraid of it, can I help you? Can I provide something to you to calm you down so that you can come with us?
Yeah, can I have a blindfold?
Yeah.
Perhaps someone should use up some of the hashtag Metapoint stock.
Thanks, Chad.
Mine only
you,
make me stronger.
Ooh, talk about Crash getting sassier. Talk about chat getting sassier. I have
I
some
like-
plans for those meta
I
points,
like
by the
sassy
way.
chat.
Sassy chats.
So, yes, I can absolutely blindfold you, and I'm happy to medicate you if that is something you want, or I could even just talk to you if you want some therapy.
I don't. You don't
I
know
didn't
if that
figure.
bite's getting better until we
Haven't
know
got
for
all
sure.
day!
All right. I tie a blindfold around Crash, and I help him up the ladder.
I can get up the ladder.
I
Okay.
use my acrobatics to get up the ladder fast.
And then you like do a double somersault and flip on top?
Yeah, and stand. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're brave, flexible, and stupid and bendy. I
But
like
then,
this one.
Really, I want to like jump down to like get a good look at this person.
Oh, fantastic. What was your name?
What is your name?
I asked you first, and you're on my ship.
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine? That's a silly name.
What's your name?
Antonio.
This is not that silly. but-
Antonio Lakshi.
You almost
Did you
said
just make that
Banderas.
Nope.
You just make that up.
Nope. You can call me Tony.
Okay, maybe. No, I mean, it's.
I'd join her up there.
You're not as flexible bendy as the other one.
I have been.
What?
I have
She
been.
What's
has
your
been.
name?
Jenica.
Jenica. That's a silly name.
No, it is not.
You're right, it's not. Who else do we have here?
I assume Crash would go up next.
I'll be up last.
You'll be up last?
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody else is on.
All right, I'll go up.
Now, you seem taciturn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real word, Aquamarine.
I know. It's a silly word. Tony.
You don't seem so taciturn anymore. Like you better. Nice smile. Had a hard day?
Indeed.
Ah, I did too.
I'd like you to tell us about that town over there.
What town?
The one you're headed to for your
There's no
market.
town.
There's a town on
about?
stilts.
Oh, the city.
City.
There's no town. There's a city on stilts.
Forgive me, I misspoke.
That's okay.
Tell me about
Elysium.
that city. Elysium.
Elysium.
Yes, the city of Elysium.
What goes on in Elysium?
Everything goes on in Elysium.
Well, we're not from here. We've been traveling.
How could you not be from here? There's nothing else here but here.
We've traveled quite a long way.
Well, I would think so.
So, what goes on in the? I mean, what is it? It happens in
It
the
takes
city
me a couple tries.
to get up the ladder.
Blindfolded.
But you make it?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a fourth. Excellent haircut, young man.
Thank you. I didn't have it cut.
Oh. And what was your name?
Crash Jackson.
Yeah, that's respectable. I like it.
See, I have a good name.
I know.
Did you like your names too?
No.
No.
All things happen in Elysium.
What's an Elysium?
It's the city.
Are there humans there?
Of course. Where else would they be?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We're
So
new.
where are you coming from?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
The city. But where-
Scrounging.
Oh.
For what?
I'm sorry, I should put it in a more polite way. Scrounging.
I see the difference.
Yep.
What are you scrounging for?
No, anything, everything, whatever I can sell.
From what? What are you What?
What kinds of things sell?
Anything and everything in Elysium. It
Are
all
you
has a
gonna sell
price.
us?
What?
Are you gonna sell us?
No, that's despicable.
You said you might need help, like bodyguards or protection. What do you need it from?
Pirates? Slavers?
You are not a slaver, though.
Drones?
Drones.
Museums.
Drones sound.
The Lost?
The
Tell
Lost,
us more
yeah.
about the Lost.
Yeah, tell us about the Lost.
Well, we've been living in the land of the lost.
What would you like to know?
If a person happened to get bit by one, what are the
No one would ever be so foolish.
okay? What happens to that person?
Just depends.
On what?
I'd like to know all the factors and things it depends on, and what potential outcomes there could be.
Well, truthfully, I've never seen anyone actually be bitten by the Lost. In fact,
Have you heard stories?
oh yes.
Can you please tell us a story about someone who got bit by the Lost?
Well, there was the story of the. Young man who was bitten by the Lost, died, became one of the Lost.
Holy shit!
There was the story about the young man who was bitten by the Lost and died and didn't become one of the Lost.
Just died.
Yep.
From the.
What was the difference?
One did, one didn't. They
Yeah,
died.
That sounds like the difference.
What I've just meant. What
One
was
died
the
before.
conditions that made one die versus one die and go back. Has there been anybody who's been bitten and did not die or become a Lost?
You seem very focused on this.
I'm a medical professional and I have curiosities. I've never experienced the Lost before and I'm interested in them
How could
professionally.
you? What were you doing down there? Were you scavenging?
Yes.
What'd you
where I-
find?
I found a
Oh!
femur.
Slushy machine.
Slushy machine. That's actually what I was coming to find.
Really?
The slushy machine specifically.
He hits a couple little buttons. A small crane pops out of the side of the ship.
That's ours. That's George.
George.
This little, like, 3-clawed thing like you'd see in a vending machine goes sliding down. And he presses some buttons and tries to grab George and fails.
Here.
He's
Does it
slippery.
again. Tries to get George and
Here,
fails.
let me.
Yeah, it's trying it.
Buddy, just.
How about it? You with the good name.
It's a claw machine. I got this. It's a video game.
Remember, it's slippery because I emptied all of George's contents.
7.
Yeah, it goes down, it clips on, and starts coming up. And then it like shakes and drops George. I'm
Into
kidding. That's claw machine
no.
reference. But now it
Tony.
comes in, drops him into some storage unit. George is on board.
Tony, unlike my compatriots here who I've met recently on my travels, I'm not as well educated as they are, and I can't seem to get the proper truth out of how the loss came to be, or kind of like what happened. I mean, I where I'm from, over on the west, we don't have as many, or I at least haven't run across one. So I'm wondering if you can set me straight on exactly what that history is.
They've always been.
Just always.
How did they become the Lost?
Have you found them?
Yeah.
Then you see why they're lost.
But there wasn't something that started it. There wasn't like one day there were no lost. There's like a nice story about how like something happened, and then all of a
there's
sudden.
stories of everything. It doesn't mean they're true.
Sometimes there's truth in most fairy tales.
I heard a story that if you got bit by one of them, that you would become one of them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've heard stories of that too.
See, that's...
I've heard stories where it doesn't happen.
We'll see. I mean, we won't, because I'm not mentioning it.
The Lost. What can I say? They are. Have you ever asked where the sun came from?
Sir,
Why the moon rises?
Well, there are
It
answers for
doesn't.
those
The Earth
things.
turns-
with my
The
again
earth turning. That's silly.
Oh, yeah.
again with my uneducated self, I'm so sorry, but have you ever heard the name Citron mentioned?
Is that some sort of fizzy drink?
I don't know.
If it was, we would be out of it.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
What about like bombshell or anything?
Bombshell. Well, there haven't been large-scale armaments around for quite some time,
All right.
but you might be able to scavenge some bombshells here and there.
That sounds good. Thank you very much. In this city, is there I assume that there's a school system or higher learning system of some kind that people are educated. For example, if I wanted to
Yes,
improve
where is
myself,
post-apocalyptic university?
if I wanted to improve myself or talk to someone to maybe educate myself, will there be a place in that city I could do so?
If you're
Someone
worthy.
who might know a little bit
Worthy?
more.
If you're worthy, yeah.
You go to the mystics on the mountain and wait
Worthy.
for them?
No, there's no mountain. It's just, proper procedure, documentation, the proper birth.
Sacrifice.
For birth?
Of course.
Can you explain further?
It's classism.
What class you're born in?
Classicism? I mean, the classics are taught sometimes.
No, classism, not classicism. Classism, like someone's better than someone else because they were born in a certain
Right.
family.
Exactly. Some people are better than others because they were born in a certain family.
What
Right.
family were you born in?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
How good are you? You're in the middle.
Yeah, I'm good as some, better than others.
Looking at us,
Not as good as some.
where would you put us?
I have an amazing name.
You're about to be employed if you'd like to be.
Would that put us in the middle?
Yes.
Oh.
Employed by me, you can come and go as I do.
And scavenge.
It's a living.
What's the pay?
Food, board, same thing.
We get a cut? We're helping you scavenge, I better
Absolutely.
get a cut.
Okay.
I'm down.
Yeah.
It's better than what we got going on.
But I'm thinking he barters for food, board, and...
He says he sells at the market.
Right, but what's the standard unit of money? Do you have money here?
Currency?
How do you...
Currents?
Currency.
Like the wind currents.
No.
No.
When
The
you
wind
No, not
currents
that.
are very effective on getting this my ship here from place to place.
when you
Bessie, as it were.
I think he got bitten by one. You should throw him over.
when you go to market with the items you scavenge, do you trade for a different item or do you-
Exactly.
I see. Okay, so it
It's
is
a barter
Okay.
economy.
So you don't know what currency is. Or money.
Have you been educated?
Monet?
You just trade
You know who
for
Monet
just
is?
other
Painter.
goods.
I've seen some of his work in the museum.
Okay, so
Monet.
you don't know what money is, but you do know who Monet.
I'm just messing with you. Of course I know what money is.
Oh.
Oh, what is it?
So what's the money called?
Money.
So I'll how much is that going to cost me? Oh, that'll be 5 money, please.
Yes.
5 money?
What else would it be called?
Dollars.
Where did you come
Yeah.
from? What is wrong with you people?
Units, credits, dollars, euros. You just call it monies.
Isn't that what it is? Money?
I mean, some
I
places.
fail to see the problem with this.
Okay, it doesn't matter what you call it.
Buy money.
That'll be 10 money, please.
Do we have any more Yum Yum leaves?
What's wrong with that?
You know,
I don't
I do.
understand.
I need one.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This might
Careful,
be
they're very strong if you don't eat them all the time.
this might
I'm
be a
just having
personal
half.
question, but if we were to go to the city, is there a certain religion that dominates that city?
No, there's smatterings of this and that and everything.
What are the thises and that's and everythings? Could you name 3?
He names 3.
Okay, so not important enough.
we
Are
for
there
Chris
anything
then?
we've ever heard
It's-
of?
It's not important enough for Chris to make that a story point that we need to pay attention to.
Yeah, I mean, he drops stuff that you'd consider
drops some
mainline. He
names
drops some
of
stuff
some
that you've
stuff.
never heard of
Yeah.
before.
Right, okay, but you would have. You would have come up with something if it was.
He starts prattling
The old
off.
man goes on about some stuff and junk.
Exactly. I mean, he goes on. He starts telling you. I mean, he mentions Christianity and Judaism and Hinduism, and Buddhism and Islam and
all the races.
all sorts of different
I mean, if it was important, you would have told us it was bombshellism or where the hell it was called. But
paganisms
it's
of
not,
different
so it's
types
fine.
and that. And
Scientology.
no, there isn't
Not
Scientology.
No.
Are there doctors in this city?
Of course,
Can everybody from all classes get
if they have enough money.
money?
Monies.
Money's.
If they have enough monies.
Well, that's a silly way to pluralize it.
Sir, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to my compatriots about whether or not we'd like to take your deal. If you could just give us a moment, please.
Absolutely. Consider
many-
me to be a side.
How many pieces of money? How many
Pieces of
monies?
money. Money pieces.
I
Oh,
think
no.
he's fucking with us, guys.
Old men are funny that way.
Laughing a lot.
Guys, are we going
Senility
with
has
him?
that effect on old people. as
We're
well.
already on his flying ship.
Right, but he's not moving. We can get off
While you
the
guys are
ship.
talking, you notice that there actually is. You hadn't noticed this beforehand, but as you guys are talking, I'm going to just decide that you look over from time to time or
Look at
whatever.
him? Sure.
No, you look over the edge, just kind of see what's going on down there.
Crash does not.
And you notice that
obviously.
in addition to the crane that he had used earlier, he's actually launched several little drones from the side of the ship that have gone down and are now scavenging various items from the ground.
Yeah.
Kind of coalescing them into piles and containers that they can then be brought back up.
All right.
Are we going with him to the city?
And we wanted to go to the city. This is a good way in the city. We don't have to fight the man-bats to get into the city. We don't have to figure out a way to climb up the stilts. I say at least we use this as a transport
Maybe
into
somebody
the
in the city knows how to get into the dome.
Yeah, and we also have to find out what's happening to you.
It's true. We could find out some information about a lot of things.
And we could get you some medical attention.
We have to find out.
Here's the thing, though, is I don't want to put us into service with him, to work for him, if, like, for example, he's only there for a day.
Right.
We need more than a day.
Okay, so.
So I'd like to buy his passage instead.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. How do we buy that?
Well,
George?
I do.
Yeah, you can't sleep with him. You're probably really ill.
I would not use that to buy his passage.
And I'm not going to do it. He's old.
Unfortunately, that is not my MO, Mr. Crash Jackson.
I was thinking we could sell
Your
him.
Mo?
We could trade him George.
Why is that not your
He
mo?
did say he
He
already
wanted a
kinda
Slurpee
took
machine.
George, didn't
I
he?
know, but we could.
Trade him George for passage?
Yes.
Or I could just cast a spell and give him whatever he wanted.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
That seems like cheating.
Let's try George first.
Do we want to get rid of George?
Well, he's out of stuff to make him good. He's basically ruined.
I think he'd be okay with that.
He's not ruined. He's full of medical supplies.
I'm down. I think we should figure it out.
It has to be a vote. Everyone has to agree.
Do we still have that two-headed cow?
No.
We could have given him the bat, but
He
That
flew
flew off.
away. Got rid of them.
Yes. George for passage. We can try.
I accept. Sorry, I was listening in.
all right. Are you
Is
okay
that
with this,
okay with
Crash?
you?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. It was either George or Rosie, and we've known her longer.
Yes.
All right, we'll give you the slushy machine if you can get us passage to the city.
Safe passage into the city safely off this ship safely.
I would also
Thrice safely.
Safely.
We want to get safe thrice.
3 of you will be safely delivered to the city.
no,
I
all
understand.
four.
all four.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You're
No, you're
hilarious.
no danger from me.
Tony, could you also let us know when you're leaving the city, just in case we need to also buy passage somewhere else?
Absolutely.
That would be really kind of you.
I'll be staying here for at least a week.
Excellent.
Great.
Do you,
That sounds super.
speaking of, do you already have accommodations?
I sleep on the ship. It's cheaper.
Excellent. Is there a possible way that, if needed, we could also, George, I mean, he is a slushy machine that you have not seen, I think, in quite a long time.
You don't really understand the value of that thing you had, do you?
I think I do, which is why I'd also like to have room and board paid
No,
for.
we like to pretend like we know stuff that we don't know, and that's one of those things. So what is valuable about him?
I understand.
What's so valuable about him?
Well, since you seem new to all of this, and I don't quite understand how you've survived thus far, you might as well know that I was assuming that you would have known this, but as far as room and board and safe passage is concerned, well, that's a given. Finding an operational slushy machine? You've saved me a great deal of work.
Were you looking for one?
Yeah, it's quite the collector's item.
Who collects them?
The people on the high.
Do they like to eat slushies? Is that why? Or is there
people on
another
the-
purpose?
The people on the high, they
The
must
people of the high.
They're the highest class.
Yes.
They want slushy machines.
No, they want to remember.
What do they want to remember?
Better days.
How things work.
I don't know if you've noticed, as you say you're not from here, which I still don't understand, but if you take a look around, you may notice that this is not exactly the nicest part of the planet to live on.
It's a shithole.
This is putting it bluntly.
Hey, Tony. Can you, rather than selling the slushy machine right away, would you mind taking some offers, and at the end of the week, if I come to you with more than what is currently offered, are you willing to give him back for money? If I buy him back?
Oh, I'll regret this. Me and my soft heart. But sure.
Makes you a good person.
Well, I do try.
Karma is real.
At least once a year, I like to do something nice for someone, and as it goes, I'm about due.
I appreciate it. Now listen, if we come back and we don't have the money to get him back, deal's a deal. You get to sell to whoever you want.
I accept your terms.
Thank you.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just be here with the blindfold on.
Oh, what?
All the drones from below start flying back up, start landing back onto a ship.
Do you want me to
Everything
start
starts
to tell you
putting
what's
itself back
happening,
together.
Back together.
You're good.
Well, I mean, just kind of getting itself
We're getting to
shipworthy.
take off.
Soon? Yep.
And the ship, I mean, it hadn't landed, but it does start to fly, lift back off the ground. And it begins to fly off towards the city of Elysium.
Elysium.
No, I've been really weird about heights ever since we came back from Sentinel City the last time.
Interestingly named.
I don't know.
Elysium.
I think Butch doesn't like heights, and so I don't either.
Well, you're being real brave right now, Crash.
Well, once I can't see him, it's fine. Like, I know I'm flying, and I'm good with it,
I just want you to know you're being real brave, and I'm real proud of you.
Well, I am on a ship with a possible zombie.
That's true.
You should check out that wound again, Doc.
Can I check out the wound again?
Yeah, you can look at it.
You're actually going to have a lot of time. That's going to take. This
Okay.
won't be a lot faster than walking would be.
Well, at least we don't have to walk.
It will be easier,
Yep.
and you will be much less likely to be waylaid by random creatures on the ground.
So I can look at her wound.
Yeah, give it a roll.
Oh yeah, that one's way better. I beat it by 8.
By 8?
Yes. I'm drawing lines on it too.
I remember.
No, she's not. If she puts a pen on my arm, I'm smacking it away.
I will quickly draw lines for each snack, so it'll be like.
Why are you not letting her do it?
Because if I do it and
No, I'm asking out of character.
Rosie,
like,
because
what
she
the
doesn't
fuck?
want to know that she's infected.
Rosie doesn't want to have, Rosie already is trying not to look at her arm, and there's a reminder, and if she looks down, she wants...
But if she won't look at it, she won't see the drawing.
Rosie's main goal right now is to keep the three of you safe.
Oh.
And Rosie doesn't care about herself anymore. Rosie cares about the three of you.
Ah, crap.
She's going to do whatever it takes to take care of the three of you. But she just said, oh crap, after reading that note.
Guys,
That was out of character.
it's healing quickly. Like,
That was in character.
really, really quickly. Kind of like that dude's neck that I tried to chop off that started healing quickly.
Great.
Well, bye.
Well, wait till we get to the city and find out if we can reverse what's happening to you.
I don't know if there's a reversal, but
They're called the lost, not the cured.
There is probably some crazy crackpot coot somewhere in the city who knows something about
I love The Cure. I haven't heard their music in years.
You know about the Cure?
He starts flipping around with some switches. Ah, that sounds good. He presses some button and some of their music kicks on over in loudspeaker.
It's probably pictures of you. Anyway,
Why
we
he
can
hasn't
find
heard
a
it
cure.
in years
We
and
are
had it accessible?
Because
I
it's
don't know.
depressing.
pictures of you is really nice. Anyway,
let's just get to the city and let's find out.
That way we can infect everyone.
I don't see that being a problem, Crash. You can rest assured that I will take care of myself before too long.
Right, because bullets work.
we're gonna find a way.
So it's getting pretty late as you're all flying along, and he offers if you wanted to head off to bed. He tells you where your quarters are.
Can I have my own room, please?
No, there's space. Normally
Thank
have
you.
more passengers than today.
That's great. You don't have any just bits of metal. I kind of like to fiddle around at night. You don't got like metal bar. What? By chance?
There's lots of scrap in some of the holds.
Thanks.
We have to tie her up, no reason.
Crash, I was hoping you could just tie the metal bar around the door so I can't open.
No, what if you have to go to the bathroom? That's
Oh.
gross.
There's a bathroom in the room.
There's a bathroom in the room. It's a very well-apportioned cabin. Not all of them have that.
I would just like you
but there
to-
is one that has that just for you.
I would like you to just use your strength and bend the metal so
Yep.
that there's no way to.
I will totally do that
Thank you.
for you.
And then you don't. When you want me to come out the next day, I'll come out.
Groovy. So go in there and give me the metal bar.
I'm gonna give you a bunch of medicine that if you took too much of would be problematic.
Thank you.
So don't take too much.
You got it.
So you all go off to your quarters that evening?
Yeah, I don't chain up the door though. I bend the bar, but
I just bend the bar. I mean, you can't,
Yeah.
no, I bend the bar, but I don't bend it around the door or anything. I just bend it right outside the door so she can hear me bending it.
Yeah.
She'll be okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Man, for all your talking, that's all you're gonna do?
I'm gonna wait till you come out and then murder you.
I'm gonna
Way
just
more
like
fun that
hang
way.
out outside her door. She doesn't know. I'm just gonna camp out,
Okay.
just chilling, comfortable.
So, so you've all kind of, hunkered down for the night, and it's actually pretty peaceful up there. I mean, it's kind of like being in a hot air balloon.
Yeah,
I don't
sure,
think
it's really
you've done it
great.
before, but I mean, it's it's kind of quiet. And,
As long as I don't look over the edge, everything's great.
yeah, exactly. It's going along, and
Ooh, I spend most of the night writing in the journal,
okay, yeah, just kind of
documenting as much as I can.
totally.
I mean, I do sleep. but-
Totally. So as you're going along, you hear in kind of about the middle of the night, it's probably about 3, 4 a.m. We'd all be asleep, right?
No. I'm not sleeping on this ship with a zombie lady.
That's true. So where were you not sleeping?
Is there a crow's nest? 'Cause I am.
Yes.
Then that's where I am.
And you're just kind of pacing around.
Well, I mean, it's probably not super big, so I'm like maybe walking around in a circle.
Every once in a while, you kind of hunker down on the ground. So at one moment while you're hunkered down on the ground, you can hear down below you, Tony's been just kind of talking to himself the whole time, just jabbering away around this or that. And at one point you hear him say, "Oh, well that's unfortunate. Probably going to have to deal with that soon."
Have I diagnosed him yet?
I don't know.
Can I diagnose
You're
Tony?
asleep.
What's unfortunate?
Am I still unconscious? Yes.
I'm not asleep. I'm just hanging outside the door.
Crash, when you hear him say that, what do you do?
What doesn't? Oh, good to know.
Crash, when you hear him say that, what do you do?
Help? What do you need help with?
Oh, the usual, just air pirates.
Is that a real thing, or are you making fun of me?
As you say that, you look out into the distance and you see that there are a number of small and some larger craft heading in your direction. in other various forms of flying machines.
Oh no, those look like legit air pirates.
Yep, they are.
Okay.
Are they yar? Can we hear them making noise?
Are they all saying yar?
If I'm lucky, they're only here to, well, not barter, but steal things. We'll see how it goes.
That does sound much luckier.
What are you guys doing?
His phone died. There's an open one over there on that strip.
Oh, I'm not dealing with that right now.
Let's deal with air pirates.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm still sleeping, so I can't deal with air
I'm
pirates.
totally awake. Do I hear this stuff too? I'm hanging out outside her door.
You're hanging out outside her door?
Mhm.
You also were not sleeping that night?
Well, no.
Not well?
No.
Sure, what the hell? Wakes you up as well.
Awesome. I get up. Air pirates!
That's what he said. That's what they look like.
All right. Can I hear them yowling?
I mean, I'm assuming, so you run over in the direction of all of this then?
Yes.
Is anybody gonna wake me up? No?
Yes, verified what it is, but I'm sort of...
All of your sleeping areas in the same general space. You
Oh,
have the
okay.
able
Then
to do
yes.
that if you'd like to. Yes, you can go pound
Yes.
on her door,
Of course,
wake
that's
up
what I would
Jenica, and
do.
let her know that some sort of
All of us.
confrontation has just been ramrodded down your throat.
I
Wake
say
up,
it,
zombie
both
Rosie.
of your doors.
Okay, I'd take my femur stick.
Okay, that will be very effective against flying machines. There you go.
Poke a hole in it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So as you, what do you do, Rosie? You hear, from outside, you hear a bunch of clamoring and noise
You
and
know,
whatnot.
I'll ask to
And
be
you-
let out because I think I'm locked in.
Okay, the three of you all
It's
go
open,
running
Rosie.
off.
Yeah. No, I tell her too. All the doors. Both doors. Rosie's and Jenica's door. I say
Okay.
it.
Even though she's supposed to think that she's locked in and she's...
Now she'll know.
Hashtag rule of cool.
Thank you, chat.
Good call. Yes, I do. I tell her that her door's not unlocked.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just trying to get a sense of where the hell everyone is right now, both physically and also emotionally, as just all y'all.
I have
Thank
just
you.
woken up and I'm running toward the nearest outside place where I can see the air pirates.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I feel like my need to protect my friends overrides like whatever is happening with Rosie at the time, and I'm just like,
Okay.
you guys, there's air pirates.
Okay, so you look out, and what you do see seems to be actually just kind of completely crib. It looks a little bit like Fury Road, but in the air. You see a group of small flying machines. You know, they all seem to have some sort of inflated bag over them. You know, none of them are foldy like a helicopter or an airplane or something like that. Many of them do have some sort of mechanical turbine behind them that's, you know, pushing them forward through the air. Physics be damned is kind of what's going on here with some of this. There is
sure.
Is there an
now
electric
physics
guitar?
be damned.
there is
Electric guitar
no
guy?
electric guitar, but there is this amazing flautist who's on the front of
Okay.
one of them, just like blowing on the air. The flames are coming out of the end.
Love that.
Flaming flute?
Yep, it's a flaming flute,
That's not safe.
and you know, fire coming out behind her.
Piccolo?
Yeah. There is one point in the middle where she puts down the flute and picks up a small piccolo and starts going on.
Female. Awesome.
All that's going on. And I distracted myself with the stupidity of that image.
They're coming towards us. and they're-
Yeah, so they are. They're coming towards you guys. Tony yells out, I get the sense that these ones in particular may prove to be violent. It may be in our collective best interest that you work for your room and board, as it were.
You're severely outnumbered.
I'm aware.
You know that there's only 4 of us, right?
I can help with that a bit. And he starts flipping down some buttons
Just
and
saying,
switches.
we're outnumbered just by ships, assuming there's more than one person on any of them.
Yeah, there's one large ship coming. There's also a large ship coming, and then a whole lot of smaller ones kind of pulling away from that, moving in your direction. Tony starts fiddling around with a few buttons down by his control area, and all of his salvage drones start popping out.
Good.
And then they pour en masse towards the approaching
Excellent.
air pirates.
Are we rule of cooling?
We're going to do several things right
Oh,
now.
Excellent.
Oh,
as
good.
they start getting closer. So the first wave of these guys, as they start coming in, the drones just kind of engulf a few of them. It's not quite a swarm form situation, but they do start attacking the bags of, of whatever kind of gas or whatnot is holding these things in the air, attacking ropes, attacking anything they can to try and incapacitate or even collapse one of these ships. Unfortunately, because of the way these drones work, they aren't offensive. They aren't, they don't have weapons or such. They're kind of having to do a bit of a suicide run and kamikaze every time they go in. Frequently they're getting trapped in some of the rigging and such as they're doing this, and so they, every attack that they launch is reducing their numbers at the same time.
Right.
But fortunately, they do manage to take out a few of these smaller ones that have, been approaching, and they start cartwheeling down towards the ground, and pirates are screaming, "Ah, pirate!"
Hey, Tony, what kind of air do they use?
It depends. Some of them, helium, if they can find it. Some hydrogen, which is not obviously your first choice. Some of them will go with more of just a hot air, as it were. You can tell those because they have the giant flames.
Neat.
Awesome.
Okay.
So. To give you guys some context right now, there is a meltdown that is in place.
Yeah.
I don't personally. Is it real cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I reset this thing? My computer was way the heck behind.
I've got a buff.
So
We
you've
also
got
have
6
buffs.
meta points. You've got individual buffs for everyone but Jenica right now. You have the dicey situation is going to be dropped at some point. That's going to make you have to use D12s instead of D10s.
Yeah.
You also have a
Thanks.
meltdown, which is going to play with who you are
Glad I spent that
personality-wise. And you have a rule of cool.
Yes.
So why don't we roll some initiative and get ourselves going in this unlikely, ridiculous scenario that I kind of like.
Yeah.
19.
19.
17 plus 16 is 33.
20.
20.
25.
37.
And I once again will be going last. So, I'm just going to enjoy saying Air Pirates over and over again because it's so ridiculous. Although I really liked the Ice Pirates movie as a kid, so I guess there are sillier options than Air Pirates. Thanks.
Also, Don Carnage is the shit.
I haven't seen the movie in so long.
It was from Tailspin. He was the bad guy from the leader
Oh,
of the Sky
Tailspin.
Pirates.
Yes, that was such a. Oh, should it be Sky Pirates instead of Air Pirates?
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember that much.
Well, we're gonna go with Air Pirates because that's what we said.
They steal air.
So this first wave of them coming towards you guys has been incapacitated by Tony's drones.
Cool.
However, there are more headed your way. Crash, you are up first. What would you like to do in this situation?
How close are the ships?
The ships?
Yeah.
They're not boarding worthy yet, but some of them will be by the next round.
Well, I'm not going to shoot at the ships that are far away with the pistol because that's dumb.
That's fair.
So I'm going to have to wait till they get closer before I intend to or can do anything at all.
You've played enough video games that you can tell that some of these guys are set up in a way it looks like they're going to try and actually rope across to this ship.
Yeah, and once they do that, it's all bad for them.
Yep.
But until then, I can do jack and shit in the same round.
So Crash will delay. Jenica, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna. Is there anything close enough that I could throw my spear at it and try to pop its balloon?
They aren't close enough yet. No.
Oh, they're not close enough.
Then I'm going to moon them.
You're going to moon them? You're going to delay as well?
There's nothing I can do until they get close enough to fight.
Okay. Aquamarine, what are you going to do?
like her.
Okay. Well, I want to go to the end of the airship so I can see, can I see them at all? Can I make out, a detail of, the biggest one coming towards us? Or
The
is it
biggest
too
one
far?
seems to be staying a little bit further away. It's primarily sending in the smaller ones towards the ship in kind of a boarding run.
Okay. So we're going to wait for that rule of cool? That's not happening
I'm
right
not
now.
dropping it yet,
Okay,
no.
cool. I'm going...
I know it's there, but no, I'm
Sure.
not dropping it yet.
Ooh, I'm going to hold two. I'm just going to wait here, here on the end.
Rosie?
God, everyone's holding.
There's far
Everyone
away.
has pistols.
No, I know.
I don't.
And 6 meta points.
Oh, that.
Right.
But I still can't do anything until they get closer.
And yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You have no form of flight.
But there's nothing I can do with
But
it
she's
until
the
they're
only
closer.
one. She could just separate herself from the party.
I have plans
What
for
would
when
you
they're
like to do,
closer.
Rosie?
Yeah. How big are his drones?
Those drones? They're like small, you know,
they
like the
hold
type
the
you
weight
might
of a
find at like a
person?
Best Buy almost. What?
Could they hold the weight of a person?
No.
Then I will delay.
Okay. So then the pirates will go next.
Right.
And several of them will start swooping in down towards the airship. And 10 will leap on board using various awesome rope swinging maneuvers that have no place whatsoever in anything resembling an actual life because it would kill you. But they go swinging
But it
across.
looks fantastic
It
on
looks
film.
great. Errol Flynn would be happy.
Yeah.
And they land and they seem to be armed with armament. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read you guys right now. Like as individual players.
Oh, I'd love
you're
some
all
specifics
so just
on who
like-
they are and what they have.
I mean, they seem to be doing a bit of a throwback in terms of their regalia. They're
Cutlasses
wearing,
and pistols?
yeah, a couple of them are wearing. I mean, they don't have like that type of, you know, like a muskety type of pistol.
Sure.
But the ones that have swords definitely have gone with a cutlass motif, and they're wearing kind of blousier, like old school piratey. It's like they've been watching too many movies from the 30s about pirates.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it looks like they're doing a bit.
Right, like they've
way-
got stripy pirate pants.
Yeah, a couple of them do,
Yeah.
actually. Like, I mean, it's kind of like they don't know better, if that makes sense.
But their
Yeah.
guns are real like regular
yeah,
guns.
yeah, they've definitely got actual firearms.
like 9mm and
yeah.
such.
Well, I mean, not necessarily to that degree. Like, it's again a situation where people have had to scavenge and re-put together whatever kind of weaponry
Pipe
they can.
pistol.
So there's some pipe pistols going on, things like that. They've got some single-shot weapons, but they don't look necessarily like an old school, you know,
Yeah.
like a blunderbuss or like a what like a muskety type of pistol.
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell, a black powder pistol.
Flintlock.
Flintlock, thank you. But it's about as effective because of the tech that they're
Right.
working with. And as a result, out of those 10 that drop down, 3 of them fire off shots from their firearms in your direction. Let's see if any of them hit, or at least if they have even a chance at it. So I will need defensive checks from Crash and from Jenica.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
You made your defensive?
Yeah.
By how many?
2.
That is actually enough. I only made my one on you a 1, so it would be a flat out miss. The first guy fires off his pistol in your direction. Jenica, how about you? No? Okay, so that's going to be 20 points of damage
Okay. I have 10 armor left.
as you take a shot from this guy's pistol.
Because I mooned you, right?
It is because you mooned me.
I was talking to pirate.
Oh, I'm
He was
sorry.
talking as the pirate.
I was. That was pirate voice, couldn't you tell?
No.
The other 7 of them just pull out their swords and charge. That's the sound they make.
That's not a nice sound at all.
No, it isn't a nice sound at all.
I'll jump in now.
You'll jump in now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have to delay anymore, so
Have fun.
they can. They're in the middle of their shooting. I'm just gonna. Right. That seems like a good way to go. I am going to.
Twice too.
Huh?
You can technically go twice, right?
Why?
Because you delayed, and then you're going to be the next person who goes.
Now you lose your turn when you go
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
Great.
But I am going to go ahead and spend a couple meta points
Okay.
Yeah.
and add everything into ACV knockback,
Okay.
and do one of those big, super strong clap shockwave things.
I understand.
Because super strong guys do that all the time, and I just assume that I can do it too.
I think that's logical.
Give me a roll. See how it
And
goes.
I'll also do a hacksaw so I can hit all these stupid punks.
I can't promise all of them, but I will see how the roll goes. Yeah. You can definitely have a shot at it.
But I can hit many of
You
these
can hit
stupid
many of
punks.
these stupid punks.
Many of the
Yes.
stupid punks.
Awesome.
Oh shit.
So that's good.
Yeah.
It's 5. So I beat it by 11.
Okay. So am I understanding? So Crash, if I understand correctly, so tapping into the powers of Kid Titan,
Yeah.
you take your hands together and slap them together,
Creating
in
a sonic
shockwave.
boom and a shockwave that knocks people back.
pushing backwards. You manage to catch 7 of the guys in that sonic boom.
They take 20 damage and are knocked back 3 squares.
And out of those 7 that you hit, 3 of them actually just go right off the edge.
Excellent.
And the other 4 go slamming up against the guardrails on the side.
Which they also do not like.
No, they do not like that at all. Jenica, you are up next.
When I use my 1 point Ninja Emily Dickinson thing that says 10 point ACV DCV bonus times 3.
Yeah, it gives you a bonus to your physical attacks.
So do I get 10 point ACV bonus and a 10 point DCV bonus?
You get a 10-point bonus to either, yes.
So I pick one.
Well, I mean, it'll be for both, yes. So
when they attack me,
correct.
I'll be better. And then what is the times 3 picks damage thing?
Physical damage.
So I do 3 times the amount of damage.
Yes, your standard unarmed damage is not that much. You do
Right.
a lot more with
Right, you
that.
do 30 instead of 10.
I got it. Okay. So I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
My 1 point of Ninja Emily Dickinson, and then I'd like to. Yeah. So I'm gonna take my spear thing, and I want to try to shish kebab as many of the remaining.
Oh, yeah, go
Guys,
for it.
as possible.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, go for it.
There's a bunch of them up against the wall. That'll
Right.
help.
Okay. I have divine relationship 2 rerolls per session.
go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
do that.
You haven't used that in a long time.
So yeah, that's much better. I beat it by 14.
Okay. I really did poorly on my first defensive check. I did much better on that one. So let me put all this together again. You're doing extra damage and you're attacking one guy.
If not more.
No, I mean, you only have, I think, 1 attack. Yeah, you only have
Right,
1
I was
attack
just
run.
going for the shish kebab action if that was a possibility.
You can't shish kebab, but you do manage to thoroughly impale the lead chargey with the sword guy,
Yeah.
who's no longer chargey with the sword guy.
As much as
he's
impaled.
now
He's now impaled.
looking
on
down
spear
at his
guy.
stomach guy, dropping sword.
Is that a leg
going
bone sticking out of my
Why is there a
sternum? Because that's
femur
really
in my
good.
Yeah, going down to his stomach. A femur.
You gave me fee.
You gave.
It came back.
It is the callback. Nice.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Femur
remember you doing that, Maggie.
in my gullet. Oh, and he falls down.
I did. I did nothing.
And he does. He falls over quite dead, which brings us to Aquamarine.
Any other guys up?
Oh yeah,
Going?
there were
On our
10
ship?
that were there.
3 fell off.
3
I
fell
killed
off. One just got dropped as well. There's 6 more to go.
There's 6 more.
Mhm.
I would like to really
You guys
want
are
to use
getting-
my acrobatics
So
here.
you guys are getting low on meta points.
Yeah, that's why I'm not using them. I just wanted to save them.
Mhm.
That's why I didn't use them, guys. We need more. So I want to use my acrobatics and yoga. I want to like run and like kick one in the face to like run into another one.
I don't know that you can do that part, but you can at least go up and physically attack if that's what you'd like to do.
I do. I want to like. Can I use my acrobatics and yoga specifically to like jump kick in the face?
I will let you use that as opposed to
Thank
your
you.
regular unarmed attack and
I
even give
appreciate
you
that.
a bonus to your damage.
Okay, that's what I want to do. I hope it hits him real hard.
Yes. And just a reminder, what that actually means is you have acrobatics as a skill, but you have yoga as a subspecialty, so you have a bonus in your yoga ability,
That's right.
which obviously isn't what you're going to use right now as much.
Unless
as
you're
just
gonna,
kicking him in the
as
face.
part of the kick, wrap your own leg around your head.
That I mean, that would be the ultimate goal. Like that's the max.
It worked for
Yeah.
Dulcine.
I beat it by 7.
By 7. I missed I made my defense by 2, but you beat it by more. So sure, the next sword guy that is running up in your direction. You said you were going to go for a kick.
Yeah, kick in the face specifically.
So
like a jump.
Aquamarine, who you've never really seen try anything like this before, but she just remembered that she had some talents, and she just goes running towards that the other lead Cutlass dude, with this look of determination.
cat-like.
Goes down to do a handspring, flips it into a little cartwheely backflippy number,
all that.
and wha-cha! And kicks this guy straight in the head. And it does.
As hard as I can.
You do a lot of damage. He is not dead, but he is not happy.
No.
I shouldn't say incapacitated. He is not happy about that.
Good.
Rosie, you are up next.
I would like to know how I'm feeling.
You're feeling great.
Oh.
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you can do.
So from this way you described it, we've got our mini airships that these guys have come from, right? There's the bigger airship. Is it getting closer? Is the bigger airship still quite
Big
far?
one just seems to be kind of hanging out from a distance, letting the little guys do this dirty work.
But we can safely assume that that is the main ship.
Yes.
Man guy.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to have been clustering around it when they first showed up. Tony all this time is continuing to try and activate some additional drones to go out and be of help.
Right,
but he's only got
that's
so
his-
many he can do, and he's also trying to just keep the ship
he's
from.
useless.
Ow.
I don't want to take all your guys' meta points away by doing a haiku. How many? I guess I'm gonna start grappling with one of them.
There are still 6 guys on the ship, and there are additional small ships or small flying machines coming in your direction.
Yeah, there's
Small
so
airships.
many. There's
Yeah.
so many ships coming, aren't there?
But you can't fight them until they get here.
But I can't fight them until they get here unless I make myself appear on the main ship in front of the captain.
I have an idea about what to do with the smaller ships, but I need to be able to be in swarm form to do it.
Oh, don't do that.
We all want to use the
Don't do
meta
that.
points.
Don't
No.
go to the captain?
Not without us.
Okay, then I won't. Then I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
And while I'm grappling him,
Mm-hmm.
just for shits and giggles, I'm going to yell at Crash, "This means nothing," and I'm going to start biting him.
Okay.
Oh
I
no!
mainly just want to scare the pirates.
I understand. Give me.
I want to point out that I do not feel an urge to bite him. That's why I'm asking myself, this is not. This is Rosie using.
Well, you know how Crash is at reading people's feelings. He's super good at it.
That's
so
why
this should go well.
before I'm saying, Crash, this means nothing, or Crash, this isn't real, or whatever I can say to you. And then as I'm grappling, I'm gonna bite him and.
Okay. So Rosie, give me a riding check.
A riding check.
Yeah, because you're grappling this guy.
Yeah.
It's better than her unarmed.
Zombie movies are the
Yeah.
things
No,
that
I
terrify
beat
me
it
the
by 4.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get on. You managed to get a hold of this guy really well.
Great. And so if I'm on him, I wanna like get him and like I've been bit, and then I wanna like fucking bite him. I don't even know if I can pierce his skin, but you damn well bet I'm gonna try.
Okay. You go for a. Are you trying to pierce his skin?
Yeah.
Okay. You do. I mean, you've got teeth.
Yeah.
Human flesh.
You'll bite right into that.
Yep. You get yourself a big old chunk.
I mean, I mainly just want to scare them the F off.
You bite him in the neck, or
Every horror
Wherever
movie
I
tells
can.
us what's going to
so Mike
happen
Tyson
next.
it to the ear.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Oh, it was.
We just
But he's supposed to think you're one of the.
I just want to scare him. I'm just probably his neck. Yeah, probably
Okay.
somewhere
Yeah, but you
here.
want him to think you're a zombie.
I'm gonna
gonna
tell you
work.
right now, you scare him. Like he's very not liking this. He's screaming in pain
Great.
and very not happy with the situation and bleeding now as well.
we gotta kill him.
Yeah.
But mostly because a lady bit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna and then
She fights real dirty.
I also want to quickly jump off and move away after I've done it,
Okay. Do you
so
successfully
that
do
other
that?
people can, his friends at least can hopefully see.
Are you gonna spit out the piece that you?
Yes, of course.
No,
Eat it!
I'm not gonna eat it.
Oh god, you should eat it. We don't know what's gonna happen to that piece.
Chunk of ear goes bouncing across the deck.
Find it! I find it and I grab it. I can't.
You're
maybe
not
do
in
that.
the
I can't do
situation
that.
where that's going to be happening at all.
My brain wants to.
And
Just keep
and then
track
I'm
of
just
where
gonna
it
keep
is.
looking at Crash. Not real. It's not real. It's not real. I'm
Crash
trying
is
to
not
scare
even
him.
looking at you. He's like looking over the edge of the boat at the other big ship.
So
my
it is
God.
the pirates' turn now. So they will.
I'm hoping I scared some of the other ones too, and maybe they thought, "Oh shit, we're in trouble."
Wow. Okay. So out of those other 6, wow. Some of them had not fired off their firearms yet.
Yeah.
So one is going to take another shot at you, Crash. Can I get a defensive check, please?
Oh yeah, I can guard range. Can't
Actually,
I?
don't bother. I missed it by a lot.
Okay, good.
Would have been a great roll in any other gaming system. He fires wide. He's distracted by Rosie eating his compatriot.
Yeah, that is weird. But don't
Rosie,
worry, it
actually, I
doesn't
need
mean
a
anything.
defensive check from you.
Who?
Okay, me. Fail.
Okay, so you're gonna get hit for 20 points of damage.
It's okay, you heal
Okay.
fast
Yeah.
now.
Well, I guess we'll find out if I get those points, if I regenerate. Yeah.
It's a
I'm
feature,
still
not a
over
bug.
mine.
Aquamarine, one more shot will fire off in your direction.
Defense. I
Yes.
actually got it spot on.
How much
Oh no, I
for
lost it by
defense?
2.
By 2.
By 2.
That is actually gonna mean you're gonna take 40 points of damage.
Ooh.
Yikes.
I mean, I bit him. They might not even think I'm a
I've got
zombie.
30.
I just bit him. It was,
Got-
you know, they could think.
You bit him on the neck.
You
Maybe
also
he
have
thinks you're
some
a
armor
vampire.
left up.
I had armor, so.
And actually, I need a defensive check from Jenica. That wasn't even on purpose.
Oh! Suck it!
How much did you get it by?
8 million.
Your defensive check?
Yeah, I got a 2. And I have those 10 extra, so I beat it by 14.
Oh, you do have the defense this time around. That's really good because I rolled a 3.
I need meta points
So
to
you
do
would
it.
have had that.
Hook us up with some meta points. y'all.
A couple of the guys now are getting in there with their swords. They're going to take a swing as well. I need Aquamarine. I need 1 swing, or I need a defensive check from you. That'd be a penalty on this one.
I beat it by 1.
That's with the 4-point penalty.
No, and then I lost it by 3.
Okay. So that's going to be 20 more points.
Oh dear.
Man, I would be so dead already.
Are you dead?
I'm minus. So I had plus 30,
Yeah.
minus 40, and minus 20.
Use some powers for the win. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat. Okay. here we
You
go.
had, I think, 30. I think you have 30 right now.
Yeah. Well, I had 90.
Oh no, you had
overall.
90. You had 30 extra. So it's 120. You've only taken 60. You have 60, right?
Yeah.
You're fine. You're totally fine. Some people don't get to start with that many.
That's true. That's my starting.
And that is. Oh, Jenica, I need 1 more defensive check from you. The guy comes up to take a swing with the sword, and never mind, he somehow misses you because I rolled a huge number. Wow.
It's so big.
It is so big. He's so big right now. No, that sounds wrong. But isn't that the line?
No.
He's so hot right now.
Hot. That's
hot
right.
right
He's so hot right now. Glad that's a gif.
No, that sounded way worse actually.
Crash's turn.
Crash's turn.
Crash's turn.
Okay. Are we doing? Is this the top of the round? This
Yeah.
is the top
yeah.
of the round. Are you dropping anything at the top of the round or not?
I'll drop him at a meltdown.
Then I don't know what I'm
Ask
doing.
and reach out.
We don't know who we're gonna end up
MetaPoint
as.
times 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, MetaPoint times 3. Thank you so much.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use it next round.
So no meltdown this
So
time.
nothing this round?
Nothing.
No rule of cool.
No.
No nothing. Okay, so
No.
we've got at least how many rounds left?
We have 15 minutes. That's what we have.
15 minutes. So 1 round.
And I have a crap ton of stuff I have to roll over into next week.
That's fine.
I don't know. I guess I just fight more guys since
Okay.
there's 6 guys left on the ship
Sure.
of these rather invincible types, and lots of more ships coming. We're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
So no meltdown. No, I don't have. I do have. No, I don't have that. And nothing to spend anything on. Yeah, I'll fight 1.
Actually, you know what? Let's really cool it.
Okay, then I go last.
And I go first.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, if it's a rule of cool,
Yes.
I'm going to spend a meta point
Okay.
to activate Annie Oakley.
Okay.
And I am going to wait for the precise moment when the ships, they don't have to line up, but maybe just, because they're not, I'm assuming they're not right next to each other, right? They're a little like, staggered, right? Yeah. And there's gotta be a moment when just those airbags line up.
Several of them could line up in
Yeah,
a
and I think,
fortuitous manner.
and I would shoot the bags so that their ship starts to go down.
I see what you're saying.
Damn.
I ruined your plan?
Only a little.
No, we'll see what goes.
I had a similar
next
idea
up.
as well.
So Annie Oakley, it's a rule of cool because it's gonna be like as many as possible.
I understand. Aquamarine, you're next. What would you like to do?
Here, it looks like you need this hashtag meta point.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
Thank you. What?
Aquamarine,
Well,
what you
it
gonna
was
do?
something like that. I'm sorry. It was gonna be something like that. What I really wanted to do for a while is to take my friends and teleport together to the mothership and take it over. I want to be. I guess I could seduce them, but however we do it, I want to take over the ship and be the captain of that ship
Okay, so you'd like to teleport yourself over to the large ship.
with my team.
I don't think they want to go, so I don't think it's okay to just kind of endow that they go.
That's true. That's true.
So, but if you
That's
want to endow that, you teleport over to go try and take over the large ship.
Yeah.
Most
Say,
likely
"Come
via
with me."
seduction. Let's be honest. That's absolutely a
highest
viable
thing.
option. Yeah.
Okay, but I wanna give it out there that I'd like them to come with me. They don't know.
Holy goodness, meta points are going ballistic right now.
I know.
Jenica, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so I'm going to use 4 points of meta points. I'm going to use 1 of Emily Dickinson so I can have all my bonuses, and I'm going to use the 3 for Bombshell because I'm going to swarm form. I'm going to fly over to the crazy person playing the flute, which is on fire, and I'm going to take that flute and, like the torch in the Olympics, I'm going to torch all of the bags that I can torch on the way to the mothership.
I see what you're saying. I like it.
Because even if they're not filled with hydrogen, they're covered.
The least hydrogen ones, this is going to be interesting. Crash, what would you like to do?
What's everybody else doing?
Trying to shoot down as many as possible with a single shot. Trying to take over the large airship.
Okay.
Trying to down as many as
Olympic
possible
torch
with
with
a
the flute.
flaming ball of flute.
Those are all really amazing. I'm going to try to save Aquamarine when my other 2 friends shoot down their ships.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure she doesn't crash and burn with the rest of the ships.
How do you want to do that?
You know, I am going to.
Actually, I tell you what. As you're on the top of the ship and things are going flying back and forth and everything's shaking and rattling and rolling.
That's all. That looks like platforming to me.
One. That's true. It does look like platforming. Also, additionally, one of the storage units pops open and a bunch of stuff comes cascading out the side.
Yay.
And you glance over at it and you see amongst all this collection of random crap,
Rocket boots.
this one set of boots hanging out in the middle of them. Just gonna throw it out there.
All right.
Rocket boots. All right. So
Well, I know how I'm getting over there.
is chat voting then now?
Chat will vote.
But
So
I'm
we
doing
have-
it in a very uninteresting way so I don't get voted for.
Okay.
Why?
Because otherwise you'll kill Aquamarine.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Or there's enough stuff that she could shoot that it
I
won't necessarily be that
specifically
one.
said the mini ships, not the main ship.
Yeah, I'm torching the
Nobody's
mini ships
shooting
on
at the
way.
main ship?
We're getting to the main ship.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'm going to do my original plan.
Which is?
I like those rocket boots. Those look awesome. I'm going to
Sounds good.
stick them on the nearest corpse with a cutlass. You know, make sure the back of the cutlass is sticking out the top of his head. And I'm going to grab him by those rocket boots, click them together, and do the old hammer throw. With charge a few points into super strength. We'll say 3,
Okay.
since that's as many as I can spend.
You can
And
spend more right now if you want to.
okay, well then I'm going to spend 5, so we'll do an extra 100 points of damage. And I am aiming this person and activating these rocket boots to go through that giant dirigible in the captain's ship. And hopefully it's made of hydrogen, because I'd really like that sucker just to go up and watch that ship drop straight out of the sky.
I like it.
Dirigible.
So we have impale a ship with a person
Wearing rocket boots.
wearing rocket boots.
Mm-hmm.
We have shoot down as many with one shot as possible.
Yeah.
We have the flaming piccolo of doom, and we have teleport over and probably
Take over
seduce
the
the captain. Yes.
Yeah.
So vote away, chat.
They might need to close the poll and reopen. I don't know if that's even possible.
I think they already.
It's all cool.
Oh,
Once-
look at that. It
once
changed
they've got
after
it.
the poll opened, so I'm screwed.
Don't even worry about it.
No,
It's
no,
all
they
fine.
can- oh, no.
I'm not
Winner.
worried. I'm just.
Aquamarine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is what happens then.
The book.
Meh.
Wrap your brain. We got this.
You're all a little rusty because it's been a while since you've had an air assault to deal with. In fact, I'm not sure you've ever had to deal with one before.
Never.
Aquamarine, calling upon the powers invested in you by Lady Vale, you click your heels together twice, disappear, and find yourself on board the large airship that was off in the distance. When you get there, you scan around and see that there is a single pilot and no one else in that part of the ship. We'll leave you there for now. You've won the rule of cool, so we're just gonna leave it there right now, okay?
Okay, I'm there.
Okay. Jenica. Swarm form, which I'll be honest, I've been waiting for quite some time, happens. Something very interesting happens when you pop into swarm form. Rosie.
What? Just something.
You notice, as this occurs, you don't know when you don't know that this has happened.
Yeah.
But as you're lining up to take your shot,
Yeah.
your arm, or excuse me, yeah, you're just a bit on the
Yeah.
arm. Your arm starts to tingle oddly. And trying to line up the shot, your arm is just driving you crazy.
Yeah.
You fire off. You manage to hit a single airship as you're doing so. And then you look over at your arm and you see these little tiny little bits of it come flying off and go hurtling off into the air.
Yeah.
You look at where it's going and you see a familiar shape of a swarm-formed Jenica peeling off towards the Piccolo airship.
Yes.
I'm really glad the revelation I had 2 hours ago is confirmed.
Yeah.
At least it's confirmed.
This is confirmed.
But you're also cured.
Yeah.
So to
Oh,
speak.
yeah.
It's gone.
Hey.
That's
great.
That doesn't mean it won't come back.
What I want to say, your arm now is bleeding though as a result.
Yeah.
From whatnot. Jenica, as you go flying over towards the Piccolo airship, and grab this person, grab her instrument, which is really mean, really, because she was having a banging solo.
Whatever.
And there are not a lot of times when flautists get to solo like this. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm going to take it over. That'll be great.
I know. As you go flying around with this flaming, fiery flute of doom. Flaming flute of fiery doom?
Yeah, this is the name of my Jethro Tull cover band.
There you go. You do. You manage to set fire to a couple of these things as you're going around. But tracing behind you the whole time
Swarm
is
of
these
bees.
little tiny something that have ripped
Disease
off
bees.
of what do I want to say?
Rosie.
Off of Rosie. Crash.
Great.
You go about, as you were saying, popping the cutlass through the guy's head, getting everything all set up, doing the rocket moves. All the sound happens. You do your hammer toss, fling the guy at, you said, the main ship.
Yeah,
right. The large
at the
one.
balloon of the main ship.
Yes.
But
Oh no.
He goes flying off towards that, smacks into it, and the top part of it just erupts in flames.
Like of the whole ship?
Yes.
Guys, I'm in there.
I know.
I didn't know at the time.
Aquamarine.
It's great.
We have points. You can bounce back.
Oh yeah.
Aquamarine, while you're back on the ship, and this is happening, and the explosion of the top of this thing is going off, you...
He took off his glasses.
Oh my god.
Serious.
Rubbing his face a lot.
He's about to give us the bad news.
It's just so much stuff going on.
Oh dear. 5 minutes left too.
No, I'm sorry. It's just how it's going to work out, and I understand that I'm breaking the rules when I do this.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. So you are all set to work your magic on this pilot. You're gonna hey baby this guy like nobody's business.
Yeah.
He's gonna be all up in everything. But as you're walking over there getting ready to do that, the ship that you're on bucks like nobody's business because it's now on fire.
Right.
And it's very, very, very much not going to stay in the air a lot longer. So I'm sorry to do this, but I'm just going to house rule that, or I'm just going to decide that what you most likely do, not being a suicidal individual, is port yourself back over to the ship that you were on.
I ruined the rule of cool.
I know it's
but she won.
anticlimactic.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. We'll fix it all in
Change
post.
the course of what happens.
but I don't know how to, like, there's all the stacking of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of time and just everything else, and it's what I'm gonna do.
I feel like her
It's your call.
purpose, which was to incapacitate the big ship, has been achieved.
Yes.
I think she wanted us to have the big ship, and I ruined it.
It's okay. We have a Tony.
Could she bring the captain back with us?
Yes.
Maybe we can talk to the captain or something.
Yes. You are. If you want to, you do have a moment that you can grab the
Oh, yeah.
captain
Grab the
and
captain.
port
No,
over
not a
with
good
you.
idea.
I don't know.
think
I don't know if it's a good
hostage?
idea.
It's totally your idea.
I'm
No
not
one else
saying
gets
do
the
it.
Yeah,
vote.
I'm not
It's
weighing in on this. I'm sorry.
It's your choice.
You have textile kinesis. You can tie him up with his own clothes.
You have
it might
basically
be a
no time,
horrible idea to
either
bring him on
in
board,
game
'cause then
or
we've
on
saved
show.
My honest gut is that I don't do that. But
Okay.
I could.
You have a
no, go
moment. You
with your
start to
gut.
reach for it, and then you decide, nope, and you pop yourself back over to where you came. You look back across, and you see that airship is just engulfed in flames now, and is doing a nosedive down into the ground.
Wow.
At the sight of this thing going down so fast, the phalanx of little bitty ships that had been bothering you guys breaks away, because this is not something that they were individually prepared to do. And also probably about half of them are now on fire as well, because this random swarm has been going around torching the
Right.
hell out of them. Jenica,
Yeah.
having accomplished your mission,
Yes.
you come touchdown on the deck.
Yeah.
Rosie, you've been watching Jenica this whole
Yeah.
time
Oh,
because
yeah.
you saw what was going
Yeah.
on. Jenica lands on the deck, returns to her normal stasis or normal status. No more swarm form. As soon as she does that, you see that the little bits that were flying trying to catch up to her behind, they just stop, so to speak, and crash along the deck. You follow me?
Yeah, I follow
they,
you.
They don't actually reach her. They just go skidding across the deck, inert, or at least seemingly inert. For
So
now.
she's safe this time.
No. Oh dear.
Okay.
I think we need to collect those and put them in a jar.
Yeah, because they'll chase you.
Yeah, let's put him in a jar for sure.
No
Yeah,
air holes.
did they not attack her because she can swarm form, so it's their master but not their master?
Well, you're trying to get to her.
I think I'm the mother ship.
You're for sure the mothership.
So it's very oddly
Or they have
quiet
contaminated you.
on the top deck now.
Well, because
Because-
our poor captain has seen us all do crazy things.
All this stuff's been going on.
He sees you blink in and out.
So
Never
yeah,
mind.
she probably thinks you're both lost.
Tony turns around. I mean, Tony's a little confused, having seen what you guys all do right there. Obviously,
Did
more.
just throw a guy like 300 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody did crazy stuff.
everything did crazy stuff, and he's just seen all of this. So Tony turns around and looks at you guys, and raises his hand. His jaw opens up, and then you see his eyes kind of, for a moment,
Uh-huh.
and his hand drops back down to his side. He looks around at the four of you. Ah, excellent. Salutations, my friends. It's been far too long since we last spoke.
It's Thomas.
I'm pleased to relate that my operations are back online, for lack of a better word. And equally content to see you all alive and presumably well.
We unlocked him.
Shall we find a way to get you back home?
Yes!
Yes, please.
And that's where we end.
Oh. What?
Scary. That was nerve-wracking and fun.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was.
Crazy towns.
The whole friggin' episode I've been like,
Wait, is she going to swarm form?
how will we get rid of the frickin' infection? Oh wait, if she ever goes into swarm form, they're gonna want to go back to her. Oh, that's worse. Wait a minute, what's gonna happen? I don't know how it's gonna happen. What if she does swarm form? What if she does it when she's too close? But then the way it all set up, you guys unintentionally,
Fixed it.
you backed into a solution,
Yeah, well done, guys.
as a
Well
team.
done, everybody.
I'm so sorry that I ruined your rule of cool. I did not mean to.
It's okay. What happened is meant to have happened.
Oh
Exactly.
my goodness.
Thanks, chat.
Thank you, chat, for
And
a
yes,
great
chat,
night.
and chat, you're right. It is for the best that she didn't go into swarm form in the vault, because if she had gone into swarm form
yeah.
in the vault,
I would have been
we would have
Something
a-
else would have
a
happened.
very different storyline.
Oh my
would have
gosh.
occurred.
And
And,
Jenica really would have been a sociopath.
and a very big problem would have to have gotten worked out on a very special
would have
Masters of the
been, as
Metaverse.
opposed to is a complete.
And you're gonna roll some of this over for next week?
And we'll
Our
what?
points.
You're gonna roll some of this
Yeah,
over?
we're gonna figure out how
My
to
buff?
use some of this stuff for next week because that's just a lot of stuff. I don't like having that much sitting around, so we'll figure out
No,
a
and
way.
chat. There was a lot of talking to do this time, which was worth it. It was worth it. But we will use your stuff. Don't worry.
Thank you for the stuff.
Oh man, what stuff?
Stuff.
Thank you for the points. And
Oh yeah, thank you,
and
chat.
All of the many, many things.
Yeah.
We tried to use as many as we could.
Yeah.
We did. Mark, how you doing over there? Good. You good? Well, folks, that is everything we've got for tonight's Masters of the Metaverse. We'll be back next week with another episode, and then Maggie will be departing us for a few weeks.
Yep.
And Mr. Vance will be coming on board.
So you're really getting an upgrade.
Well, it's
Not
Matt-
even close.
Oh, definitely, because it's Matt's father, so that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Vansel is Matt's
Whatever.
father.
Oh.
It's a bad joke. I'm just getting ready for being insulted by him for 3 hours. So
Got your back.
Christian doesn't help you out with that enough.
Got your
Yeah.
that's with both of them together. That's what it's gonna be.
We do. You know, we don't do that just to you. It's literally to every other
It is
person.
literally.
I know.
I'm included.
I know. I'm getting ready for it. I'm
back. Not
getting,
an upgrade.
getting myself ready.
It's okay. I will be here too. What
Yeah,
can
we
we
can-
add throw
we
in
can
our
buffer.
I
stats?
know. I just actually. Yeah, that's true. So Mags, I'm glad. I didn't know until last night that we would have you again next week.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yes. September 9th is the first.
Yeah.
September 10th is the first one I'll miss.
And why will you be missing?
I'm stage managing a show that actually Mark Thomason, who is our Mark II, is the lighting designer for.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Mark also.
Thomason.
Mark also.
Mark also, but they pay me, so.
No, that's
good.
fair. That's totally fair. You should go do that. Awesome.
Gotta do works.
But I will get to be working with Mr. Brian Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Fantastic.
Who is going to be in the show, so I'm going to be having some fun.
Very
Is it
cool.
here in Tacoma? Or?
No, it's
No,
in
down in
Olympia.
Oli.
Olympia.
Okay, nice.
At the Harlequin.
Very, very cool. Well, everybody, this has been a very special Masters of the Metaverse.
Sure has.
And thank you so much for coming and play with us.
And where are we gonna be next week? Oh my God, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You
Everything's
never
fine
know.
here.
Do I have to get a new
We're all fine.
costume? No.
Nah, we're going back in the dome next week. I'll just
In
say
the
it now.
dome?
Yep.
Yes,
So I'm
fan
Bombshell
art.
next week?
Yes.
All right.
Tail.
In the dome.
Oh.
I have a mummy thing going.
And then we go beyond the dome.
You may go beyond Thunderdome. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see how this plays
I'll
out.
just wear the pants again.
Matt needs a superhero.
I will say wear whatever you want. That's what I'll say.
I was going to say, if Matt has to be in Sentinel City, I almost want you to force him to be Hex Destiny.
Nope.
I know it won't
Not,
happen.
that's not how avatars work.
I
No,
know,
we have to
I
get him a
know.
new
I'm
one.
I just had a vision.
But no.
Thanks, Chet.
I don't think I have anything else.
That's right.
to-
Matt
check
was
out-
Johnny Legion.
That's true. If he comes back, he'll be Johnny Legion.
Wait, now we're saying he might not come back, even though we just announced that he was coming back.
If he comes back to Sentinel City, he would be Johnny
Oh,
Legion.
if
Yeah.
the story goes there. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll find out what happens next week. I know that that's where
Tune
we'll
in.
start. I don't know where we'll go from there.
You
So
gotta
thank you,
tune
everybody. If
in
you're not
to
on
find
Discord, please check it out. Yeah, please check out Matt's Kickstarter that's going on. And I think there's another one coming up for some other fun projects after that. Thank you. Oh,
big
hey.
project
Thank you to
after
everyone
that,
who
the
helped
J-
support
Yeah,
the
One Hit
big
Die.
project.
The big project, mid-September. Starts
you.
with a J and a Q.
Ah, that's right. That one. That one. But yeah, thanks for everyone who helped with One Hit Die. Thanks for everyone who's been checking out all the stuff that's going on in general.
Yeah.
And just have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Bye, chat. We love you.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.